ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good?
Welcome back, ladies and gents. Ito ang AcadArena's Alliance Game Split 2 2022 presented by Globe Prepaid. Tatlong matches for today. But before we get to that, it's your girl Beef Mommy and with Kuku TV casters for today. Sobrang lakas ng matchup natin ngayon. It's do or die because 3 games for today. We have 4 matches. Hopefully, magiging game number 5 because obviously, I'm a big fan of those clutch moments, especially kunwari pag SND na, di ba, Kuku?
Maganda yun. SND, paborito ng lahat yan. But they do have to go through hardpoint muna bago pumunta sa Search and Destroy. But again, the live matches that we have for today and tonight, we have the MCL Malayan Warlocks versus the MUI MGS Aries. And then next is the CSB Romançon Gaming versus the OLFU Esports Owl. Kung sino yung mananalo sa dalawang series na yun, we'll battle it out on the third and final match for this day. And who's your pick?
Okay. Ito na yung mga pick natin. As you can see, ito na yung mga bracket natin for today's matchup. Kasi tingnan mo, last week nakita natin DLSU actually 3-0 CSB Romançon. So, I mean, it's without a doubt, without a question. I mean, the last game rather, 3-0. Kasi you already know, sobrang dominant talaga ng team ito ever since for the last few years that we had here in Alliance Games. Diyan tayo galing.
Dyan tayo
Actually,
galing.
DLSU and CSB ako eh. Lumipat kasi ako sa kabila. ID number. Medyo, wag natin pag-usapan yan today kasi baka ma-hurt lang ako ng slide. But taking a look at the, sa lower bracket is going to be MCL, it's Warlocks, Sage beat them 3-1. Pretty convincing for both of these squads. So again, kailangan talaga to eh. Yung semifinals, especially with the grand finals already being sitting pretty there. DLSU will always be there. They've been showing up every single season, no kuhu.
Totoo yan. And actually, with the Sage beating MCL on a reverse sweep, actually nanalo nung una yung MCL. And then all of a sudden, they reverse swept itong MCL Warlocks. And then, after that, sabi mo nga, no, sweep ng mga Tagalasal, mga kaibigan. Now they're waiting sa grand finals or just going through the lower bracket na lang, no, in order for us to actually find out kung sino nga ba ang lalaban dito sa De La Salle University. And right now, we're gonna have to talk about yung today's schedule. Again, sabi nga natin, no, MCL versus MUI MGS. They actually went through FEU, TFX. They beaten them 1-3, and then yung OLFU Owl naman, walang score, pero ang nanalo dyan is yung OLFU Owl. And then now, CSB actually went down, who actually will be fighting against OLFU for today's video.
You asked me diba kanina, sino mananalo? Who's going through round number 3 between these 4 teams? I feel like just a wild guess just from the past. I'm just basing it from their past performance. Obviously, sa game number 1, feeling ko medyo mas may edge yung Warlocks eh. Because every single time is the first time they're actually meeting here in this day where they're cousins. Yun yung sinabi sa amin. It's like they're actually family. So, in this point, walang pamilya-pamilya dito, diba? Parang kung sino man mag-move on into the next round, syempre, they're gonna do their best. But for me, Warlocks are going to be there. And the next one, feeling ko, honestly, even though CSB ako, even Lola Sal ako, feeling ko OLFU pa rin yung mananalo for round number 2.
Well, that's your prediction. For my prediction naman, I would go with the other way around. It's gonna be the MGS or yung Mapua University, and then on the bracket below them would be yung CSB Romançon Gaming, which I will pick. Kasi di ba animo lasal tayo mga kaibigan dito. Walang kabias-bias yan mamaya. Pero by the way guys, Sage is actually waiting there dun sa dulo ng bracket na yun. And again, we're gonna talk about more about the first series for today. We have the Malayan Warlocks versus the MGS Aries. This will be the very first time, Beef Mommy, na maglalaban-laban sila dito sa AcadArena.
Oo nga eh. Very interesting kasi these two teams, they've been here pero first time nila na mag-meet up. And so again, that's a lot of pressure nga eh. Kasi you already know, medyo related talaga sila when it comes to the schools and all. But then when it comes to this, gusto talaga nila manalo. Kasi they want to move on to the next round. They want to move on up against Sage at the very end. But obviously, medyo matagal pang laban yan. But this is the first obstacle that they need to face. And like what you said nga, it was a 3-1 up against Sage, ultimately taking it to game number 3, but ultimately losing it to 1-3, moving them into the lower bracket. But ito, it's another kicker. Ito yung players to watch natin for this particular Warlocks, diba? Kasi one person actually carries their team, si Aki. Pag hindi siya nagpe-perform, nahihirapan yung team nila to actually get wins.
Totoo yan. And actually, nung match number 1 nila with yung Sage, si Aki talagang malakas siya he's actually the MVP of the very first match. But then again, on the next few matches, again nga, kailangan ng tulong ni Aki. Kasi nga, what if hindi siya mag-perform ng maganda? On the other hand naman, MGS Aries, they got defeated by the FEU defeated actually the FEU Tamaraos Atlas in a reverse sweep. So again, dropping game number 1 before winning games 2 to 4 to keep their playoff run alive. And their win against the Tamaraos actually marks their first playoffs win in Call of Duty Mobile dito sa AcadArena, and will they actually keep the momentum going in today to actually take down the Warlocks? Yun yung tanong dyan eh. Pero ang tanong, sino ang lalaban kay Aki dun sa other side? We're gonna have sa MGS Aries si Sirius, who actually top scored for MGS Aries all series long. So, ang tanong dyan is, will he continue then? So, it's all about star players, no?
I was about to mention nga eh. Parang yun yung running theme between these two teams nga is the fact na may isang player in each team that actually performs so well to the point na if they don't perform well, dun sila natatalo. And so, with that in mind, they need to find a way to work together as a team kasi kailangan balance yan eh. Hindi dapat isang player lang talaga yung magiging star player nyo. Dapat every single one should be star players for their team. But up next, I'm actually pretty excited to see our map picks and bans of the day kasi as we know, the players, yes, it's going to be essential, but again, what is even more essential is yung pick nila of the map choices kasi if you know na weakness ng isang team, isang mapa, use that to your advantage.
Right, but before we actually talk about the maps, let's actually talk about yung mga naban nila. Hardpoint, naban nila Hacienda sa Slums. We have Search and Destroy, Slums and Firing Range. And then Control naman, Hacienda and Slum. So, karamihan sa mga naban dito for every single game mode is actually going to be Slums. And alam mo naman siguro kung bakit nila ginagawa yun. And then, for the operator skill, they have banned Claw and Purifier.
I mean, medyo nasasado ako kasi favorite map ko yung Slums eh. I mean,
Totoo.
one of the. Kasi any kind of game mode that you play there, okay siya laruin. Hindi katulad ako kunyari Hacienda. Okay siya for hardpoint, okay siya for search and destroy. But playing it control is such a pain in the butt na I probably would ban it every single time in control. But for Slums, since sobrang favorite ko talaga siya. But obviously, we're going with our first hardpoint matchup, which is going to be Raid. A classic map na paborito talaga ng lahat ng players at kung sino man nanonood ng Call of Duty Mobile or just Call of Duty in general. And for game number 2, babalik tayo sa Raid. And
Wow.
for Control, Raid na naman. So, ladies and gents, puro mukhang Raid party tayo dito sa bahay ni Kuku.
Sa bahay ni Kuku, mga kaibigan. Raid, all 3 first games, no? But kung kailangan natin ng match number 4 or game number 4 and game number 5, it's gonna be a much different story kasi nga ang pipiliin nila dito is Firing Range, and then we're gonna have Standoff for Search and Destroy if ever man kailangan natin mag-go through all of the matches or the games for this series na meron tayo dito. And again, for first 3 games, looks like may balak ata yung mga teams natin na bilisan lang yung laro, no? Will we actually see a donut in our first series?
Well, speaking of mabilis na laro, make sure that you have the best internet prepaid that has to offer. Have the best time with Globe Prepaids. Go Plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigabyte worth of data. That's 8 gigabytes for all your favorite gaming apps, 8 gigabytes for all sites, and only net text for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app now to register. So yan, with that being said, habang naghihintay tayo dito, diba? Pag nawalan kayo ng load, pag wala kayo sa bahay, yun na, text yun na yung Globe. Make sure to register now. But speaking of, we're gonna look at our 2 star players that we're gonna be looking at for today for the Warlocks. We having one person that's going to be Titan, exactly. And the other side, si Girl Lalu natin, the only girl that we see in the team, which is banned. So we're starting things off right now with Raid. Tignan natin kung sino makuha ng first point.
First blood actually goes to Aki. Aki, one of the star players on the other side of the team, and right now, yung hardpoint ay makukuha nga naman ng Warlocks, and this is gonna be an early lead for them. 10-0 ang ating score. Right now, what they need to do here is to actually get as many points in the early stages yung team number 1, no, Beef Mommy, para at least, no, magkaroon sila ng little bit of that breathing space on to the next hardpoint.
And player number 2 coming in from MGS, Aries, is going to be Gasti. Medyo maganda yung position niya kanina being in top laundry because that is a power position. position, but unfortunately, hindi siya nanalo dun sa gunfight niya. But it's a good thing that his teammates are actually in there for the backup. So even though 21-10 ang scoreline natin, nakakontest pa rin whatsoever ng Aries yan. So that's going to be a really good push. But up for MGS to go in for the next rotation as 7 seconds is left in that first hardpoint.
7 seconds left on that first hard point. Now we're moving on to the next hard point. Now we see player number 2 and player number 1 nakaposition na for the Warlocks, and the Warlocks gets the lead here. If ever man na makakuha nila to, there we go. Naka-in position na rin si player 3 and 4 for the flank of player 4 here. Kaso nga lang iniwan ni player 3 kasi nga namatay doon yung isa nilang player. But then again, here we are, player 4 just looking at the backside. Hindi niya masyadong pinupush to. Medyo nagkakaroon ng second thoughts.
Oh, exactly. Medyo nahirapan sila kasi ang ganda ng pwestuhan talaga ng Warlocks because we got player number 4 coming in from there, and that's going to be Kaito. Going in for that really good backup push na no one can actually go in there for the deep end. And now, not only that though, so maganda dito for MGS is the fact that nandun na sila sa next hard point. Pero medyo magaling kasi mag-break ng heal ngayon ng Warlocks
And you can see right now the difference here for P number 1, P number 2. Warlocks is actually getting all of the scores. Sila yung tumatapak, and the early rotation being done here by MGS might hurt them for the latter stages of the game, Beef Mommy, kasi nga, again, the goal here to actually reach 250, and again, parang mas gusto atang manalo ng Warlocks in this very first game mode that we have.
And we keep talking about this player na si Aki, no? He's gonna be essential for this hill because he has a 1 score streak but also an operator skill that he can actually go and use to defend this. So, I mean, medyo mahirap talaga. Ito yung money hill na sinasabi natin sa CODM kasi medyo madali siya i-defend. But tignan natin kung gaano kagaling na yung MC Warlocks to go in for the defense, the attack rather, with Aki finally using yung drone niya, getting that information kung sino man yung ilang players coming in from NGS yung nandun. But suddenly, really good hold actually coming in from Aries.
Yeah, this is at Garage. There you go. There's going to be a Gravity Vortex gun being shown by Ban na may heart emoji, mga kaibigan. There you go. Meron tayong explosion doon, kaso nga lang di tinamaan yung player na nakadapa lang doon na si Shy Pao. Shy na shy talaga, ayaw niya magpakita, nag-aabang lang doon sa Gedli. And right now, there's going to be contest coming from both of the teams at hindi makakuha ng puntos dito yung MGS.
Ang galing nung play ni Sivian actually kasi he was just playing to contest that time, which is good because no one else is actually getting those points. So magandang magandang contest yun. Hindi masyadong nakuha ng masyadong puntos yung Warlocks doon sa hill na yun. And now the rotation going into P2 is finally going on. Again, maaga yung rotation nila dito sa P2 sa basketball. Pero nga lang, yun na. Nasa taas, nag-spawn off sila. Medyo walang walang anchor for both of these teams. So medyo kalat pa.
Yeah, medyo kalat pa. And you can see right now, Gasti together with Sears. Nilabas ang Annihilator. Kaso nga lang, hindi niya magagamit. Hindi siya makakapatay ng mga players for the side of the Warlocks. And the Warlocks will take back itong basketball court. And you can see right now na hirap talaga yung MGS na pumasok dito. I'm not really sure how they can actually change the course of this game. Sparrow being played there by Kylo. Kylo gets one, but masastop siya ng MGS. The score is 116-49. Still, if you see the matchup here, the strategies from both teams, mas lamang pa rin talaga yung Warlocks kaysa sa MGS.
Ito na, full 4-man. No, make that 5-man push coming into that P4 to the basketball. And medyo mahirap kasi scrap points pupunta rin sa kanila. And for Aries, kailangan nila every single one of these points. And now we're going into one of the hard points to actually depend kasi nga, yun nga, ang daming entrance. There's like 4 entrances there. And now for Aki, heavy defense as well. Pero buti na si Waffle takes him down.
Yeah, Waffle takes him down. Kanina pa to si Waffle with 13 frags already. On the side of MGS, Sirius and Ban actually already got the 17 frag there. But for the side naman ng Warlocks, again, they're just doing their strategy here, just going to the objective, which is yung hard point. And right now, this hard point right now, P number 5 is actually being taken by MGS. Ito na ata yung habol na hinahanap nila. Kumbaga, parang nag-iipon lang sila ng lakas dito, and with all of their operator skills, and nilabas na nga nila kanina with that Annihilator kanina na binabaril nila. But right now, mukhang titigil ng mundo dito, but now will be taken back by Warlocks.
Yung nga. They were able to utilize nga yung tatlong operator skills nila to get a lot of the points to utilize it. So that's going to be a good push. Not only that, they got rid of Aki and Rafi na nga. So they're getting yung scrap points. So slowly but surely, they're actually catching up when it comes to the points. Pero tignan mo for the next hill, they're also trying to set up na rin. So a very important battle actually won by Ban, getting that top laundry control. Pero another kill coming in from Gasti as well. Gets rid of Kylo. So yun, maganda na yung pwestuhan ngayon ng MGS. Even though maaga yung rotation ng Warlocks, medyo may hirapan na yung Warlocks to go in there for the contest.
Yeah, player 3, 4, and 5 now trying to go for that defense. Shipe out, trying to get in. Kaso nga lang nandun si Sevion. Ito na nga, meron tayong Predator Missile. Will be able to actually kill Aki. And yung laundry area will actually be taken by Warlocks. Kaso nga lang, ganda ng tutok ni Ban. Lahat ng mga lumalapit sa kanya, Beef, oh. Napipitas niya. Kaso nga lang, there you go. Maiipit siya ng dalawang player ng Warlocks. 135 to 125. Getting closer na. Malapit na yung puntos dito, MGS. Pwede pa itong humabol talaga.
Grabe, ang galing ni Bandon. As in, yung mga essential kills talaga yung nakuha niya. And at some point, mag-isa na lang siya just doing that solo hold. Not only that, that actually allows her to get that XS1 Goliath. And speaking of, she finally brings it out. Ready na dito para sa kitchen control, which is one of the best places that you can actually put that Goliath and have that solid defense. Pero kailangan yung teammates nila. They need to put down a trophy system. Kung hindi, mawawala lang tong Goliath na yan. Pero, tignan mo, meron din siyang cluster strike. So, possible talaga na mag-reverse nila itong hardpoint na to.
Talaga nag-ipon lang talaga yung MGS, no? Beef, they're actually using it at the right time right now. 58 seconds left for this hardpoint. Maraming oras pa. Ito na yung Goliath. It is now online and the defense is really nagbabatuan na mga kaibigan. Nagsisilabasan na rin ang mga Annihilator dito ng MGS. The Annihilator and the Goliath combination right now being done, and now the lead is on their side.
Ah, yes, there you go. Finally, the comeback na gusto natin makita. And now, not just that, not just the Goliath actually, si yung si player number 3 coming in from that, si player number 5, si Vion, had that Annihilator to actually go in there for the backup. Pero yun na nga, nasabog na nga yung Goliath natin and trying to go in there for the contest as well. But Gasti, meron din siyang Annihilator to go and play with. But finally, we get to see Warlocks going into that first contest, pero hindi pa rin sila nananalo when it comes to the gunfights here in Kitchen. Not only that, MGS Ares already goes in there for the early rotate.
Ang ganda rin ginawa doon ni Sirius. Pinatay niya yung player coming from the Warlocks, and right now, just using that car as cover, unfortunately, talagang nasa-sandwich na nga siya doon. Waffle! Uy, Waffle, mukhang manununtok pa! Kaso nga lang, muntikan na si Gasti with that shot. And now, still, yung hardpoint is still on the side of MGS. The Mapuans are actually doing it right now against the Malayans.
The Warlocks, medyo nasayang yung isang Annihilator nila doon kasi walang nakuha at all kasi medyo na-distract siya doon sa isang player na gustong sumapak ng isa pang player coming in from Warlocks. Sivian goes in for the backup, finally gets one, spots another, and gets that kill. Pero mag-isang sila entrance eh. So, stalemate sila dito sa certain hardpoint na to because again, it's so tricky to get a lot of these plays, especially kung mga nakadapa lang dito sa likod ng Lamborghini.
And may smoke pa, mga kaibigan. Ecoms na ang gusto ni Gasti. Shaipao actually will take out Sevion there. Right now, si Kylo, tinitignan natin, yun nga lang. Si Idol Rafi pala nandito with that kill onto Waffle. Ban will actually stop Idol Rafi, and right now, Ban, oh no, will not be able to get that kill. Scrap points ang makukuha ng Warlocks dito. Walang masyadong nag-rotate dun sa next hard point.
Oh, pero okay lang din yun na they were trying to contest it kasi every second counts talaga dito. So maganda yung ginawa ng MGS kasi they were able to get some points off of that kill, and for Warlocks, hindi ma-sustain for both of these teams. So that's one of the best. If you can't get the points there, stop the points from the opposing team. And so now, nalabas na nga ni Waffle ang kanyang Annihilator, but unfortunately for him, siya ay bumaba. But the cluster strike of Ban is gonna be one of the biggest differences in this game as well. Sobrang essential ng player na to. Not only did she have yung XS1 Goliath niya, but also a cluster strike to stop the push coming in from the side of Warlocks.
Napakaganda ng placement doon, just right in time. Kaya naman pala hindi sila nag-rotate agad.
Beef,
they have a plan there to actually put on the cluster strike, and then eventually they will take it back with 24 seconds left. Kaso nga lang, ang ganda ng linyahan dito ng Warlocks. Sabay-sabaw silang nag-push dito sa basketball court. Rafi nagbato, mga kaibigan ng mga utilities. Kaso nga lang, nandito na sila. Ban, Aki with very low HP. Buti na lang napatay niya si Ban. 209 to 178. Again, the scrap time will be taken by the Warlocks. The rotation is real for the side of MGS. They are now in position to actually take this hard point.
40 kills na si Sears, pati si Ban. Kakaiba talaga. Not only that, meron silang operator skills as well. Ito yung nakita natin eh. Nung nilabas na yung operator skills nila in this particular hard point, nahirapan na talaga pumasok ngayon. Hindi mo puro butas na lang dito sa screen mo makikita. Parang sci-fi movie na itong laro natin sa raid hard point.
Wow, ang daming gravity vortex na linabas doon. Coming from the side of MGS. Bans will go down though. Sirius will try to actually go for the shot there. Sivian actually went with that Annihilator, but then again, masastop nga siya dito. But still, on the hard point is serious.
Ang ganda ng pursuit ni Sirius. Siya natira sa hardpoint niya against his team. Won that really big gunfight and still getting a lot of the points. Majority, meto na nga. Nahihirapan na nga ang Warriors. 10 points na lang at mananalo na ang MGS Aries. And that's going to be absolutely it. And now, really big gunfight being won. Pero it's a little bit too much, especially with the Predator missile stopping the push.
Wow.
And there you go. What a big comeback coming in from MGS Aries. 250 and 188. Okay, mukhang tama yung hinala mo dito eh. Parang ibang team ang nakita natin. And I feel like it just comes to yung team comp nila up against Warlocks. Mukhang malakas sila up against their cousins.
Totoo yan. And sabi nga ng MGS sa Malayans, what's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz? And ang ganda nung ginawa nung player na may Goliath and then yung cluster strike. Yun yung probably for me the game changer because after when he used the Goliath and then nag-switch sa garage yung hard point, he just waited for the right time na mapunta dun sa next hard point, which is yung basketball court. And actually, hindi na kailangan mag-rotate papunta dun kasi they're gonna just use the cluster strike para hindi na makapunta yung mga Warlocks dun sa area na yun. And actually, they made so many points from that moment on.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also just the fact na they kept on contesting yung P3. Di ba yung Lambo? Walang solid points from both of these teams even though maaga sila pareho nag-rotate, di ba? Pero every single time nag-contest lang. So feeling ko for the teams, especially for Aries, alam nila may lamang na sila eh. Pero syempre hindi na i-giveaway yun. Usually, dun natatalo yung mga teams minsan kung may lead sila. Giving away yung scrap points dun sa team na nagka-try na catch up when it comes to the points. But also, again, for me talaga, Ban is the player of the game. That Goliath and Kitchen, which allowed them to get a lot of the points to finally reach yung point nung puntos talaga na going up against the Warlocks and the cluster strike to top things off. Ang galing talaga.
Yung contest din nila dun sa garage eh,
Oo,
yung in between
grabe
nung
yun.
ginawa niya, Goliath in kitchen, and then in between that yung contest nila in the garage area, and then after that yung cluster strike in the basketball court. Then P number 5 would just be a cherry on top for MGS, and they're able to actually get the win in that first game in Hardpoint. Pero yun na nga, before we actually talk even more about what happened, again, AcadArena has scholarships available for all kinds of gamers, guys. So be it PC, mobile, through ASA for gamers. This cycle, they made it even easier for you guys to apply with the GGEZ No Essay Scholarship, which is a 100K peso grant. Go to the website right now, down below, guys, which is app.acadarena.com to apply. Link in the comment section below. And guys, sa mga gustong dyan, mag-scholar, dati wala kaming ganyan.
Oo nga eh. Lagi
Walang
namin
100K. 100 pesos lang binibigay sa akin ng tatay ko.
Oo, kung gamer ka, di ba? Sinasabi ng tatay mo, ba't kaka-PC mo yan? Kaka-computer mo yan? Ba't ka ginagawa yan? But then, here, as you can see, kaka-PC mo, nakakuha ka na ng scholarship, di ba? Such a big deal when it comes to growing as esports and implementing it in your college life. So anyway, back to the scoreline. Alam natin malakas yung Warlocks eh. Kasi yung storyline nga natin for today, they go further compared to Aries na every single time na natatalo sila. And always, these two teams, midfielders talaga sila, what we like to call it. So it really goes to show na Aries up against Warlocks kasi first time nga nila mag-meet. Mukhang kryptonite ng Warlocks ang Aries. Pero we're going into search and destroy now.
Yeah, we're going to search and destroy right now. Let's actually take a look at the players. Nung dati, nung nandito rin tayo, Beef Mommy, may mga nagda-dumbbell pa. May mga nagsha-sharpener pa. Pero dito, hindi nila kailangan ng gaming chair. Gaming bed, nakita mo yun?
Oh, gaming bed.
Oo, mala heaven, mga kaibigan ng
nga
galawan.
Magkano kaya yung gaming pillow nila? But here we go. Sirius goes in for the first pick as medyo may butas na agad ang Warlocks when it comes to their players. And Shai pa, munti ka na nga makuha. And now, a very interesting and very aggressive approach coming in from Aries here into the B-bomb site where usually careful yan eh. Medyo hindi gusto na maging aggressive at all. But Shai Pao gets a beautiful double kill. Waffle and Sivian go down.
Waffle and Sivian goes down. Gasty gets Joy down. Si akin naman ay mapapatay ni Sirius. Now we're down to the last two. Player number 5 for the side of Warlocks. This is going to be Shai Pao. And there you go. Nice shot from Ban. Ban again, like what you said nung match number 1 or nung game number 1. He was the MVP for you. And right now, he's actually still going through that momentum, no?
Yeah, she's an amazing player. I mean, not only sa hardware, pinakita natin dito sa Search and Destroy din. But grabe din yung galit kanina ni Shai Pao, nakatatlo na agad. A very essential player. And now we get to see a 3-2 split where two people are actually going to be in mid and one player is going to be in kitchen and a bomb site for two players sa Warlocks. Medyo iba na yung yung galawan nila. Going in there for the really single hand. I don't like that. Medyo nag-single file actually yung MGS into that A bomb site eh.
Oh, and Kylo actually did a great job there even though na namatay na siya. Uy, nilikuran ni Sirius. Itong si James, and right now MJoy tries to defend Sirius right now with a 1v3 situation. Shai Pao doesn't have any more players na kasama niya dito. He will try to defuse. Kaso nga lang nahuli ka Balbon. Si Vion, anong ginagawa mo dyan, Shai Pao?
Actually, parang as much as hindi ko nagustuhan yung pasok nila sa A, the biggest difference was actually si Sirius eh. Kasi nalikuran sila. So parang na-distract yung Warlocks into that A bomb site. Eventually, si Sirius got so many kills which actually, equalized lahat ng players yung lives nila. And now, a misdirection coming to the A-bomb site. The actually, ganda ng grenade ni Sivion. That actually prompted them thinking there's going to be an A-bomb site push. Sends in 4 players there. Pero bumalik sila dito sa may B-bomb site. Needs to go and rush the push.
Needs to go rush the push. Kaso nga lang, MJ, ganda nung kill niya dun with that flank push for the side of MGS. Now we're down to 1. Ang bilis ng pangyayari. Shai Pao actually takes out Waffle. Feeling ko si Vion cannot really do this with a 1v4. But then again, let's see. Uy! Wow! May magandang pasabog yan. Malapit na ang New Year, mga kaibigan. Isang buwan na lang.
Mukhang napaaga yung New Year natin ha. Parang ang ganda ng paputok ngayon ni si Vion ha. Isa pa nga, mukhang, sniper yung kukunin niya. Bababa niya FHJ. Kylo goes in. Wins the gunfight. Yun nga si Vion goes down. And even though may paputok siya, mas malaki pa ang paputok ng Warlocks.
Napaagang papaputok yun. Goodbye Warlocks. Napakainit ng labanan mga kaibigan. Kahit dito sa amin, mainit na rin. Pawis na kami dito. Pero anyways, andito na ang ating next round number 4. And kanina, maganda yung diversion na ginawa nila. Kaso nga lang, it's gonna be an A site rush for the side of MGS. Yun na nga, namatay na nga si Gasti. Ban will go down as well. MJoy is actually doing it for the Warlocks. Napakaganda ng mga pick-off niya, actually coming from the previous round din.
Waffle medyo nahirapan when it comes to the sniper kasi si Shai Pao medyo na-outclash siya when it comes to the sniper. But finally, Waffle gets a central kill. Shai Pao's not gonna be there in the equation anymore. Sirius gets one as well. Kung ito yung mga naiwan na teammate mo, diba? Ito ang dapat. Tatlo ang patay. Gamit ang CBR4. Really just shows how good this gun is in the hands of Sirius as well. Jaim goes down. Ayun na nga, sobrang ang ganda nung repositioning nila. Sobrang naging careful. Even though there are only 2 players coming in from Ares, it doesn't matter. It's in the form of Waffle and Sirius. Goes in there for 7 kills already to his name.
Ganda ng pinapakita ngayon ni Sirius. It's not just ban, Beef Mami. It's a team play. Again, the role players are actually doing it as well. For their side here. 3-1 na ang score natin dito. Race to 7. Shai Pao goes down. What a sniper kill there coming from Waffle. But James actually goes for the 2K. Gasti and Ban will be out of this game, out of this round rather. And now it's a 4v2 situation. Player 4. Uy! Nakita ka sa scope mga kaibigan. Aki will go down though. And now it's going to be, actually it's a 3v3. Uy, nagkapatayan sila doon. What a trade there. And there's going to be a kill there coming from James. And Sirius will actually be able to actually be defeated there. Si Vion at si James na lang ang natitira. I think James here knows na nasa A site na to. And will probably not go for the plant for now. Parang mind games ang ginagawa ni Sivion dito, Beef.
Ikot-ikot. Tahala sa iyong
trip to Jerusalem.
Trip to Jerusalem to. Pero tignan mo, player number 1, that's going to be James. Reading the situation, alam niya na siguro, ayaw niya lumayo masyado. So, that's good for him. A good call na hindi siya pumasok dun sa may A-bomb site agad-agad. And now, it's all up to Sivion to try and get a pick. Pero obviously, yung with a Switchblade X9 and the Krieg 6, that's going to be a really good combination when it comes to the guns. Pero nga lang, nagtago si Sivion, playing for time. But then, closing the gap with that CBR4. Spots James, gets the shots down. Pero the heady is gonna go up against James. If we saw Sivion play time instead, kung nagtago na lang siya, feeling ko magiging 4-1 na lang to. Pero now, it's going to be a 3-2, closing the gap. Warlocks wins that round.
Well, the problem with Sivion kanina, Beef, is nakita siya agad.
Oo.
He was trying to actually hide in the latter stage of that round. And yun, nung nakita siya, wala na siyang no choice kundi makipag 1v1 with the Great One with the last player of the Warlocks. And makakascore na sila, 3-2 ang ating score. Medyo, tinatake it slow na nila, here in this round.
Take it slow. So
So
slow.
slow.
Everywhere you want to go, Sirius wins those gunfights anywhere he goes. Sobrang galing talaga ng player na to with 8 already to his name, opening things up for the Aries gang to try in for that alpha push. And Sivion doesn't win that gunfight, pero buti na lang si Banan doon for the backup, and it looks like an A-side push is gonna be in order.
Ooh, nice shot there. M-Joy is actually doing it for the side of MCL. Already has 4 frags in her bag, and right now, let's see. Ban actually takes out si Aki naman dito. Talagang bantay sarado ng player number 3, which is si MJ, itong A-site. Hindi niya papakuwanan yung bomba na na-drop dito, and right now makukuha na nga ng team ng MGS. Gasti will try to slide in, and Bans, nice play there for Bans. Only 1 member left for the side of Warlocks. That is Shaipao will be taken out.
That was a beautiful bait and switch coming in from Aries. That's Gasti and also Ban. Ganda nun. Kasi alam nila nakatutok lang talaga dun siya sa may bomba. And so, using their numbers to their advantage, and that's how you play it. And ito na nga, we're gonna be switching it up now where we get to see Warlocks finally getting a hold of the bomb. Pero mukhang gallery control ang gusto nilang kunin. Rush B ang name of the game. And not just that, God Nade coming in from Kylo.
Lahat binato mga kaibigan. Bahala na kung may matatamaan. And actually, MGS, gandang bawi itong ginawa nila. Getting 2K. Actually, the trades are coming in 1 by 1. And now it's going to be only player 5, Shaipao, with that sniper. Will try to actually go for the shot. Hindi man niya matatamaan. Nung una, pangalawa, wala pa rin. Sirius from the backside will take him out. 5-2 ang score. Lamang pa rin ng MGS. Nangangamoy 2-0.
Oo nga, grabe. Kakaiba. Ang ganda rin ng play kasi ng Aries eh. I mean, they can slow things down. They can actually adapt to anong play ang mangyari no matter what happens. If lamang sila, good. If wala silang numbers to go and back them up, okay lang din. They know how to breathe and just take it slow and just play for that time. But then there you go. Waffle takes down 1. Si Kylo bumaba na. And now coming in from Warlocks, you need to find a way to retrieve the bomb. And finally, nakuha na nga nila. Looks like they want to go in for that mid-play, the mid-fight, a 3v2 situation as yung bomba na wala na nga, but Aki goes in there for the retrieving as well.
Yung bomba na drop na nga dito. So may gitna sa stairs. And right now, player 4, Waffle, will try to actually peek. Kaso nga lang, nandun si player 5, which is going to be Shaipao for the side of the Warlocks. Right now, it's a 2v3. They're trying to defend the bomb right now. Player 1, just try to peek dito sa pool area. Kaso nga lang wala siya nakita. And right now, they're just going for the waiting game. Still a lot of time here. 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Team Warlocks can, still use this time for them to plan out for the next move. And there you go. Shaipao gets banned. Kaso nga lang si James papatay na rin doon sa other side. And Shaipao gets another one. And now the information is there. Kaso nga lang nagkadaanan sila. Ano yun?
Ay, the COD timing. My goodness. Yun na nga. Pero ang ganda ng play ni Shaipao kasi alam niya na magkalayo talaga yung mga players ng Aries. So na-isolate sila, just giving that 1v1 at the very end. So again, valiant effort for him. Pero nga lang, hindi niya narinig ata na may player na bumaba doon sa may staircase. So lakasan mo lang yung volume mo. Baka marinig mo din next time hala may clutch yung round. But here we go. Speaking of rounds, ito na ang ating match point. One more win coming in from Aries, and that will be a 2-0, giving them more of an advantage here. The Warlocks struggle to get more rounds.
The Warlocks really struggling. Napako na sila dito sa 2. And right now, they need something that would be quick, in my opinion. Kasi medyo nasa-slow down sila nung depensa ng MGS. And it's actually hurting their gameplay. And you can see right now, tries to actually check itong 3 players onto A site. Shaipao will actually go down though by Sirius. Sirius already with 12 kills. Beef.
Grabe ang passive ng play ng Warlocks, and that actually gave Aries an initiative to go and push a little bit harder, but then Jaim gets really big, a really big kill, and now even things up. Pero yun na nga, medyo na-push down, very aggressive na ngayon, and that provides Aki as well another kill. And now, as what we saw, playing passive, mukhang it worked out for them.
Yeah, worked out for them, but Bans is there with that CBR. Jaim actually goes down. And nakabang lang dito sa Gedless is serious. Kaso nga lang ang dami. 3 yung kalaban niya. Waffle with that sniper. He has to actually get away. And Aki will take him down. And now Ban will have to save the day for MGS. Again, match point na to for, or it's actually game point for the side of MGS. Kaya pa ba niya ipanalo to with a 1v3? Na-plant na nga yung bomba. 42 seconds on the clock here for Bans to go for the defusal. But first, he has to kill the 3 remaining members of the Warlocks.
Miss Ben, what can you do? Mukhang dito sa may staircase siyang pupunta sa may pool side, pero that's gonna be Aki. Gets that information, gets a lot of the damage down, pero nga lang, Kylo, alam nila, using the numbers to their advantage, and mahirapan talaga si Ban to go in there for the clutch, and now that also gives another lifeline para dito sa may Warlocks natin na they can go for another round if they go more passive. Yung MGS kasi medyo naging aggressive sila sa defense nila eh.
Totoo, nag-overextend din naman kasi yung MGS, Beef Mami, with their defense. And right now, nag-adjust na sila. Player number 5 right now, just right at kitchen, right outside. Hindi na yung kasing lalim nung ginawa nila kanina.
Oo nga. Hindi masyadong nag-overextend ngayon, and now they have sight on a lot of these. But then tino mo player number 2, pumunta naman si Gasti. Ano ba yan? Speaking of overextend, mukhang impatient na sila na manala dito sa search and destroy, pero dapat kalma lang kayo kasi baka ma-catch up kayo, kind of like in that hardpoint game na sila nag-catch up. It looks like now Warlocks knows how to play the game of being very passive, knowing na baka ito ang weakness ngayon ng Aries. But then Sirius gets 1, no, actually gets 2, but then gets straight up by Kylo. It's going to be a 2v3 situation still in favor of Aries.
Yun lang yung pagkakamali ng Warlocks. Again now, we're down to 2, Kylo and JM. Right now, we'll have to go for that kill. Dalawa sa likod nila, player 3 and 5. Kaso nga lang yung pagbato niya, nagbanda board sa loob uli. Nagkamali mga kaibigan. But then again, player 4, this is Kylo. It's actually Vance will actually get the damage there, very low on HP. Nag-ano na lang sila dito, nagko-crossoveran na lang sila dito. Oh! That explosion! James actually takes out Ban, and all of a sudden, it's gonna be only player 4, which is Waffle. Ang ginagawa nila dito, Biff, parang hinihigop nila yung MGS.
Oo, even though na may may advantage yung MGS when it comes to yung numbers nila, kaya mag-slow down talaga ng Warlocks and play their numbers right now. And now it's a 2v1. And now for Waffle, actually okay yung gun niya eh. But he does need to pick up an SMG or an AR to go in for those closer ranges. And now for the sniper, pwede siyang pumitas ng isa. And now yung player number 4 and player number 1, yan na nga. That's gonna be really good.
Wow!
That nade kill, and it's gonna be 1v1 situation as Kylo goes in there for the prone, gets the kill, and Waffle gets those shots, winning the round. And even though nawala silang numbers advantage, the fact na na-isolate niya, first with a grenade and second with the sniper, is just so amazing. And now we're going into a 2-0 MGS Aries advantage.
Waffle with that 2-piece chicken. Diba? Combination yan, mga kaibigan. And what a highlight play there coming from Waffle, killing the 2 players of the Warlocks. Again, yung ginawa ng Warlocks sa last 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, hinihigop nila yung mga players ng MGS para mapitas nila isa-isa. And that actually was really effective. But until the end, Waffle, sabi mo kanina, medyo malabo, needs an SMG. Bigla siyang uminit. Actually, hindi ko alam kung paano nangyari yung granada na yun. Pero sumabog.
Lineups.
Saktong-sakto. And then that final shot with that sniper, able to actually get the defusal in the end. What a play coming from the MGS squad. And now, sabi ko nga, 2-0 nga may 2-0. Ito na, binigay na sa atin, ladies and gentlemen.
Grabe. As in, ang ganda ng lineup niya with the grenade. Kasi sometimes, diba, alam mo, napaplant na yung bomba. So you already know, as a player, may lineup ka for each bomb site that you actually have. And his knowledge of the map is just so great. Ang galing talaga nung premonition. Okay, throw the grenade, gets 1. Okay, he has a sniper. Wala na. Mahirap na yun. Honestly, if they stayed in Alpha, if they didn't go out sa poolside, feeling ko possible na manalo sila kasi close engagement yun eh. You're going up against a sniper. So, when it comes to the statistics of it, you have more of a probability na manalo doon. But obviously, that didn't happen as he just popped off. Waffle, sobrang sarap mo talaga. Sobrang grabe. Naganahan talaga siya. But there you go. That was an amazing matchup. But before we move on into our more control game. We want to bring esports to your school. And if you want to bring your esports to your school, the AcadArena Alliance program is here for you. Alliance member clubs get access to the Alliance games, mentorship, and event support. Learn how to join the Alliance today at acadarena.com/alliance and get updates by liking and following AcadArena on facebook.com/AcadArenaGG. So, a lot of things happening today. Match number 1 pa lang natin, ganda na yung nakikita natin noon, Kuku.
Totoo yan. Napaka-exciting yung Search and Destroy. Actually, yung hard point din, it was exciting midway through and then nung sabi nga natin, bigla na lang sila naggulayath and then it just turned things around for the Mapuans. And now, we're moving on to Control and again, raid na naman to. Again, walang sawang raid to, ladies and gentlemen. Mukhang pabor sa, sa MGS yung mapa ng raid. Looks like they're able to actually dissect itong Warlocks one by one in order for them to actually get the wins.
Mukhang yung bahay ni Kuku may bias towards MGS Aries.
Mga kaibigan ko kasi mga Mapuans.
Oo nga, yun talaga. Mga tropa talaga sila. But yun nga, as in, di ko na-expect talaga to. Feeling ko, even when it comes to yung Search and Destroy nila, I thought na medyo mas may laban pa talaga ang Warlocks pero mukhang mas malakas pa talaga ang MGS Aries kasi yung hardpoint, fine. Medyo nag-equal sila, naging equal yung points and at certain points, it was really just the play of the score streaks that mattered. But S&D, hands down sila yung nanalo. But let's take a look at our players to watch going in there. Obviously, we're going back into raid, control. Iba na yung galawan dito eh. Medyo mahirap ang control kasi you have your objective plus yung life count mo kailangan mo at iatupag.
Totoo yan. Isang live count agad-agad mawawala sa bawat kupunan. MJ actually namatay siya mag-isa. Waffle will actually go down as well. But right now, the focus here is actually going to be on Bravo. Walang kadepe-depensa on the Alpha site. And if player 3 can actually go with the push onto Alpha, maybe they can actually get things, confused for the side of the defense, which is yung Warlock, or yung MGS rather.
Now, this is one thing na medyo kinakabahan ako kasi for Warlocks. Kasi we're starting things off with MGS being on the defensive side, which is way easier compared to kung attacking kasi you also have to think about yung objective mo, which is capturing these points. And so far, MGS Aries is actually doing such a good job at holding and defending this Bravo site. No one's actually going in from A. Wala. Empty talaga siya. Pero as I said that, one player is actually going to be Aki going in for that A bomb side push, or A flag rather. And yun nga, once we get into a game number 5, guess who's going to be at the defensive side ulit? It's going to be Aries.
And they will have the advantage there, Beef. And you can see right now na hirap talaga yung yellow team, which is yung MCL or yung Warlocks. And you can see that player 1 just slowly but surely able to actually take out Waffle there. Nice play, kaso nga lang nandiyan na naman si Ban with that chopper. And now, yung focus na ng MGS is gonna be on A. They realized na maganda yung depensa ng Warlocks dito sa may side, or actually ng MGS dito sa side ng Bravo. So it's now gonna be Gasty actually getting those kills there. Yung Warlocks, unti-unti silang nauubos. Again, yung depensa ng MGS, napakaganda talaga.
And now it's 12 lives to 5. Medyo mahirapan na tayo dito. And if you guys aren't really familiar with Control, pagdating na to 4 players, you will not respawn anymore. Yan yung biggest difference ng update na to. Kasi before, nag-respawn pa na. Even though you have 2 lives now, you can see here, hindi na nag-respawn yung players na kasi 2 more lives. And Aki tries to go in there for 1, but then he does go down. And now Sirius is going to be very serious with his gameplay, having so many kills already. That is going to be 6 for him, and now they know where he's going to be. MJoy gonna be in big trouble as they finally secure. Sinapak pa nga! And now Aries wins that first defensive round, and now we're going for the switch.
Gamit ang prize fighters, mga kaibigan. Sinapak ang kanilang panalo. And there we go, 1-0 na ang score natin. Round 2, race to 3 ang ating Control. And right now, switch sides naman tayo dito. Warlocks will be on the defense, and yung MGS naman will be on the offense.
Nakita natin actually si Gasty, medyo nagpa-pop up siya sa game na to. Tignan mo, 10 kills already for him. And yung nag-struggle siya kanina sa S&D, and now looks like Control, mas komportable talaga siya. Not only that, having the score streaks and the operator skills as well. Having that Predator missile, using it very well to his advantage, but unfortunately, does not spot anyone. Yun na nga, medyo nasayang yung Predator missile niya. Medyo baka maging delikado yan for later on pag kailangan na mag-clutch up ng game. And now for the Warlocks, they're trying to go in for the defense as well, pero medyo nahihirapan sila dito sa may Bravo.
Yeah, talagang hirap na hirap. Look at player number 3 and player 1. The overextension that they're doing right now is actually giving yung team ng defense a hard time to actually go for the defense. Isa lang yung nagbabantay, si Aki lang. For the side of Warlocks is actually on Bravo. They're not even going for the capture na eh. Tinan mo.
Ayun na, solely. Kasi gusto na i-clear out muna kung sino baka pumasok na sila. But one more tick of progress. B is going to be captured and now Shai Pao, he's going to be going up against that Annihilator. And yun na nga, walang nakuha. And now they finally captured that Bravo flag. And ito na yung pinamahirap eh. Ace actually, sobrang hirap talaga makuha nitong flag na to. And now for Sirius getting one more with the Annihilator. Knows very well na kaya niya i-spawn trap ang mga players dito ng Warlocks. Medyo mahirapan sila dito.
Medyo mahirapan nga talaga sila dito. And you can see Sirius and Ban just killing them one by one. 23-6 yung difference ng lives. So talagang one-sided, no? Yung nangyari dito sa round na to. 21-5 now is the score. And sabi nga ni Beef, wala nang respawn after mamatay or after mag-6. So right now, uy, Sirius, nanuntok na lang. Oh my goodness. MGS knows that they are gonna dominate the Warlocks here. Again, nangangamoy 3-0. Nangangamoy donut na.
Oo nga, grabe. Yung amoy ng waffle sa, sa simoy ng hangin. But there you go. Sinapak pa nga si Sirius. Nananapak na 15-0. And there you go. Up to one more round. Magiging donut na nga natin Sirius. And moving on into our match number 2. Wow! I didn't realize kung gaano ka aggressive and how dominant MGS Aries could actually be up against the Warlocks.
And you saw the faces of each squad, no? Medyo demoralizing kasi yung ginagawa ng MGS. And you can see the sadness on the side of the Warlocks there. And Gasty actually takes out itong si M-Joy. Looks like they're gonna do the same thing here, Beef, no? But then again, nakikita na rin natin yung aggressiveness coming from the side of the Warlocks as they actually extend over here at gallery area. But then again, napakadaming players for the side of the Warlocks there. Actually taking out yung mga players ng MGS. So medyo nababaliktad na. Parang nagigets na rin nila yung laruan ng MGS.
Oo, ito na nga. Actually, maganda yung galawan eh. They open things up with the Annihilator. So maganda yun. Pero nga lang, tignan natin. Coming in from the side of MGS as well, meron din silang Annihilators to play with. And now for Gasty having that 15, still doing a very good job with the CBR in hand. But Bravo's gonna be taken slowly but surely coming in from the Warlocks. Ito nga, medyo nahirapan sila dito kanina sa Bravo. Pero looks like they did learn their lesson.
Yeah, they learned their lesson here. 21-16 now. Live count natin. And Alpha will be the only objective left to capture for the side of the Warlocks. Naglalagay na sila dito ng pang-defense nila, mga trophy system, in order for them to actually get that defense on the basketball court. And mukhang tinatry nilang bumawi dito. Ito na naman, Beef Mami. Serious right now. Are you serious, bro?
Are you serious? Why so serious? Mananapak na naman siya.
Oh, no.
Grabe talaga yung kamao natin. Mukhang gusto, ibang laban ata yung gusto ni, dito, ni Serious. But very big plays coming in from Ban. Just calling in yung XS1 Goliath na naman. The biggest playmaker that we saw in that hard point does another round when it comes to the Goliath gameplay. And now 13-14, evened up. But the thing is, medyo mahirapan ang Warlocks kasi wala silang kahit anong operator or score streaks to try and fight this Goliath.
Walang-wala talaga. Goliath versus kahit 5 pa yan, no? Maybe they won't be able to actually take it down. But then again, score 9-11 here for the lives. 8 na lang for the side of MGS. MGS needs to be careful here, no? Baka kasi bigla silang maubos bigla. But then again, you can see there, Waffle, Ban, and Gasty taking down 3. And now they're leading now when it comes to live. 6 na lang for the side of the Warlocks. Ito na, Beef. Malapit na.
Ito na, naamoy ko na ang masarap na honey glazed donut dito sa Ered, sa studio. 6-1, 30 seconds left on the clock. Si Shai Pao na lang ang natitira. Tignan natin kung kaya niya i-clutch up itong round na to with 13 kills to his name. Gusto pang manapak. Mukhang gusto pang manapak ulit, and Waffle ends it with a punch in the face. And here we go. Our first 3-0 in the game. Mukhang tama ka sa prediction mo, no, Kuku?
Well, ganun talaga, Beef Mami. Dati kasi nung college ako, napunta ako madalas sa Intramuros. May mga binibisita ako mga kaibigan ko na yung course nila yung multimedia arts. Yan. So, madalas ako dati kaya yun yung pinili ko talaga to win. And kitang-kita naman kasi when it comes to their previous performance, the Warlocks might have a really hard time against the Aries. And eto na nga, 3-0 nga yung nangyari ngayong araw na to. And unfortunately for the Warlocks, this is the end
Wala na.
for the Warlocks.
It's so interesting to see how yung kryptonite talaga ng Warlocks is yung pinsan nila, yung MGS Aries.
What's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? Wala na. You're going down, cuz.
Good.
It's going down. Okay. So, yung nangyari doon is just like every single matchup that they have, feeling ko nawala na yung confidence na after that clutch hardpoint game na nilabas na nga yung Cluster Strike, nilabas na yung XS1 Goliath, S&D, without a doubt, MGS Aries did it so well to perfection and ended it with a cherry on top, yung the grenade kill and also that sniper kill from Waffle. And dito naman sa ating control matchup, nung nanalo na yung Aries in the attacking side, in my head, I'm like, okay, wala na to. Kasi usually, dun ka mahihirapan when you're attacking. But for them to win it so convincingly, medyo sobrang galing talaga.
Kumbaga nagpabugbog muna yung yung Aries sa simula. Like, sige, painit muna tayo. And then once na yung init nandun na, nilabas na nila at pinakawalan na yung Goliath. And then yung Cluster Strike sa huli nung hard point. And then on the next game mode, si Waffle, naluto na.
Oo.
Naluto yung nade eh.
Oo,
naluto yung nade.
Yeah,
Tinamaan yung player ng Warlocks. And then the final shot. And then here in control, talagang kita mo naman yung difference, no? Dun sa attacking side, sabi mo nga, medyo mahirap nga. For MGS, it was easy peasy. They were like, sinusuntok na lang nila yung mga players dun sa bandang huli. So again, kita mo naman yung difference dun when it comes to the level of gameplay. Again, congratulations to MGS Aries for advancing on the next stage dito sa tournament natin. And right now, before we actually do proceed, follow us on TikTok for more awesome student gamer content, guys. Visit esports.acadarena.com for news, players, stories, and more about the Alliance games. Use lahat ng hashtags na meron tayo, guys. Hashtag ALTG and hashtag NotJustPlay. And make sure to tag yung at AcadArena para makita natin yan sa social media.
Match number 1 done, and we get to see MGS Aries move on to round number 3 later on. But we do have another set of matches up for you. That's going to be Romançon versus OLFU. Isa na namang mainit na labanan to. And yung prediction ko kanina, OLFU's gonna win. Sabi niya, it's going to be green-blooded answer, Romançon from CSB. It's gonna be really exciting. Kasi kung sino man manalo doon is actually gonna be seeing MGS Aries later on in our match number 3. Pero if it's going to be dominant, if it's going to be a 3-0, we don't know quite yet. Kasi nga, it really just depends on the team chemistry, the team comp up against another team that might actually be your kryptonite. Feeling ko kasi kung if it was any other team, I feel like Warlocks could have had the really good game, pero for them, MGS Aries really is their weakness, their Achilles heel. So again, Kuku, what are your thoughts about that matches actually? Like, what was your thought na 3-0 siya, so dominant?
For the Warlocks and the Aries, actually hindi ko expected na 3-0 eh. I thought that makaisa yung Warlocks, probably in hardpoint, kasi nung hardpoint they were leading, no? They were leading, but then again halfway through bigla na lang nabaliktad ng Aries yung laro, and they were able to actually put the pieces together in the puzzle, and they were able to actually get the the final finish for the Warlocks. I thought it's gonna be like a 3-1 instead of a 3-0.
I agree. I completely agree. But I want to know your thoughts. We want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Who else is going to be that 3-0 group for today? But actually, give your love for all of the teams that actually performed. And now we actually are saying goodbye to the Warlocks. But like again, what we said, we are going in for another treat for our next matchup, OLFU versus Romançon. We're gonna be taking a little bit of a short break. We'll see you for match number 2.
Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming.
And welcome back, guys, to the AcadArena's Alliance Game Split number 2 2022, presented to you by Globe Prepaid. My name is Kuku TV, together with the one and only Beef Mommy. We are back at it again. We saw yung kaninang laban, Aries versus the Warlocks. The Aries actually gave the Warlocks the first donut of the day. Will we see another one for tonight? And we now have the CSB, Romançon Gaming versus the OLFU Owls. Looking at the updated bracket, nag-move on na or nag-advance na yung MGS dito sa lower bracket round number 3. Nag-aantay na lang talaga yung USA Sage. So whoever wins this one, again yung pick ko, Beef Mommy is the CSB Romançon Gaming. Yung kay Beef Mommy is gonna be the OLFU Owl. They will be going against the MGS later on tonight for the last and final series of the day. Sino kaya ang mananalo dito sa dalawang to? We're gonna, talk things through about these two teams na maglalaban next.
Mukhang na-jinx ko yung yung prediction ko, or prediction natin rather, na mapupunta yung match number 1 into a game number 5. But obviously, first 3-0 natin yun. But let's take a look at yung record nila. So for our match number 2, Romançon versus OLFU, where yung pick ko nga was going to be OLFU kasi nga C8 clan sila eh. Medyo may experience na sila as a team to go and perform into different tournaments. I think yung recent nila was actually going to be AcadArena and also yung the National. And so they actually performed fairly well in that particular tournament. But again, it's going to be the first time that these two teams are actually going to be seeing each other dito sa may AcadArena CODM history natin. And for Romançon, syempre, nahirapan sila sa seeding nila eh. Kasi every single time na they go up against a team, especially up against DLSU, yung last game nila, 3-0 siya. Because that seeding is unfortunate, but also you have to keep in mind, you need to be as strong as the strongest team na we've seen the past 3 years just perform, and looks like medyo hindi pa sila handa when it comes to going up against DLSU.
Yeah, sobrang di nga sila handa. We saw the statistics actually, 250 to 83 yata yun, or 85. Sobrang layo ng hardpoint score nila versus the De La Salle University Veritas Arcos. They weren't able to actually put up a fight against the DLSU, but ang tanong dito lagi is, can they bounce back and actually be able to defeat yung OLFU Esports Owl? Player to watch out for, Beef Mommy, for Romançon Gaming would be Sonic. Had the most down series before bouncing back for game number 3. He will be the player to watch out for as he tries to help Aurora and Chekwa to carry the team to victory. So hindi lang si Sonic, again, kailangan, or hindi lang si Aurora rather and Chekwa, kailangan din bumangon ni Sonic.
Exactly. And so for him then, I mean, it just really helps na the teammates that he actually has. Medyo may experience na sila when it comes to being a pro player. Obviously, si Aurora was a player for the Valkyrie series in Garena, and sobrang lakas talaga ng player na to. And also coming from Chekwa, also coming in from a very well-known organization as well. That's going to be Vici Esports. But speaking of a well-known org as well. Now, we actually get to see OLFU Esports be one of the more established C8 clans that we see here today. And obviously, you have Chirac being an absolute top dog for his team. Pero nga lang as yung story kanina for our first matchup, diba, up against yung Warlock, where it's only just Aki that performs really well. Ito naman, iba-iba sila that actually can perform. Like si Z-Man, even si Gisi, si Error, Kramers. It's just like, it's a very balanced team compared to, let's say, Romançon.
Totoo yan. Again, when you talk about chemistry, no, mas lamang siguro, no, itong OLFU Esports Owl compared sa Romançon Gaming. Again, kita-kita pa lang natin, no, when it comes to their IGNs, di ba? May C8 na naklan silang dala-dala. And again, C8, one of the notorious clans out there in Call of Duty Mobile, na nakasali na rin sa mga major leagues, di ba?
Yeah, Legacy, United, nakita na natin. But obviously, hindi biro din yung experience ni Aurora pati ni Chekwa and everyone. I mean, yeah, Chekwa to go and spearhead their team for a win. And hopefully, they finally get to go to the drawing board nga, di ba? Tapos palitan yung mga play nila na hindi nag-work beforehand, especially with that defeat up against DLSU. But, you know, before we go into the matchup in our hardpoint and also going and discuss our map picks and bans, have the best time with Globe Prepaids Go Plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigabytes worth of data. That's 8 gigabytes for all your favorite gaming apps, 8 gigabits for all sites, and only net text, all net text for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app now to register. So with that being said, we always have such an impressive amount of matches here, and kailangan talaga na maganda yung internet mo even if wala ka sa bahay, and when you're roaming around the streets of Manila to try and play Call of Duty Mobile, or if you're playing AcadArena, if you're watching AcadArena right now.
Totoo yan. Actually, nag-load ako ng ganyang promo before actually going to the studio. And again, very, very much helpful siya para mabuksan nila ako dun sa may pintuan.
Oo nga, kailangan natin i-message yung
Kasi
group
kailangan
chat.
natin i-message yung group chat. Pero yun nga, bago natin pag-usapan pa yan, let's actually talk about now yung bans muna before we talk about yung mga maps na pinili nila per game. First off, for Hardpoint, yung bans nila is Hacienda and Summit. We have Search and Destroy bans, Standoff and Hacienda, and then lastly control bans will be Summit and Hacienda. So most of the bans out there for each modes will be Hacienda, but for operator skill wise, ang ban naman nila dito is Sparrow and Purifier. This is a much different operator skill bans for this matchup.
Yeah, so just, you know, seeing what they actually have bans, you're gonna expect na Gravity Vortex, Annihilator, and Claw might actually be coming in play. And now, taking a look at our hardpoint matchup, it's going to be Slum, Search and Destroy, Firing Range, Hardpoint Raid. I mean, Control Takeoff rather before going to Hardpoint. But if we are gonna reach game number 4, diba guys, kanina na 3-0 tayo, we're going to Hardpoint Raid, and now Search and Destroy Raid as well. And now, taking a look at kung sino yung mga MVP natin to try and lead their team into that victory. We have from Romançon Gaming having Aurora to spearhead her team to victory, and for OLFU Esports naman si Z-Man, D-Man ang dakilang nila Slayer. Kasi honestly for me, OLFU sobrang galing nila when it comes to slaying just because of Z-Man and how well he can perform here.
Totoo yan. Z-Man, we saw him from another previous tournament na talagang maganda yung pinakita. But again, we're now starting off with the hardpoint matchup here at Slums. And kita-kita naman natin, Aurora agad-agad ay nakapatay doon. Si Chirac nahuli niya, kaso nga lang nandun si G for the trade.
And now we get to see OLFU getting the early points in the game na medyo nahirapan ang Romançon to actually get a power position up in handles. And now it's a good thing that they're actually going in there for the contest as well, pero masyadong malakas ang gun power ngayon ng OLFU, knowing very well na they can actually get a lot of these kills, especially kung sino player number 3. Unfortunately, he's going to be going down. That's going to be Kramers getting a lot of these points down. I mean, yes, he actually has a lot of information kung saan yung mga ibang member ng Romançon Gaming.
And the Owls right now on the lead here, 17-1 yung ating score. Again, pretty much hindi pa natin malalaman talaga kasi we are just on P number 1, maaga pa. At ang napansin ko talaga ay error yung suot-suot niya. Talagang andito na yung simoy ng Pasko, mga kaibigan.
Merry Christmas! Yun, sobrang ang saya-saya nung outfit niya, pero tignan mo yung chaos na nangyayari dito sa screen nyo. But there you go. That's a good sign coming in from OLFU na nag-rotate sila ng maaga dito sa P2 because this is the money hill of Slums because it's so hard to go and infiltrate. Not just that, you need to get a hold of that back spawn area to get a hold of the archers. Kasi yun nga, if you're getting a hold of that, mahirapan ng mga ibang players. But unfortunately for them, actually di nila tinignan, pero good thing for player number 3, again, Kramers, always holding that anchor position.
And Error actually doing a great job as well there. But then again, mapapatay na nga siya ni Aurora And now this is their time to actually go for the takeaway of this hard point. Still with 32 seconds left, the Romançon Gaming CSB can actually get this back. Unfortunately, nandun si player number 5. That is going to be Z-Man. D-Man, unfortunately, Aurora will actually take him down. Napabilis na mga pangyayari dito. Still on the clock here. Uy, actually, maganda yung ginawa niya doon with that Predator missile going actually with 2K.
Oh, nakadalawa siya doon. So magandang start yun. And yes, they get majority of the points dito sa may P2 natin. And now we're going in for the P3 rotation where a lot of the players actually from Romançon, medyo bumaba sila. Even though nag-early rotate sila in for the side of OLFU as well. Pumunta din sila medyo maaga rin eh. So as early as that, nakuha din nila. They got a hold of it, got a contest. And not just that, they're going in for a very early defensive strategy here in Fountain where it's important to hold because alam mo, dyan mag-spawn yung mga kalaban mo.
Yeah, parang alam na ng Owl, no? Kung paano lalaroin to here at Slums. Parang na-practice na rin nila yung mga posisyon na dapat nilang i-hold. And there you go, Error with an Annihilator kill. And there you have it, CBR with that kill as well. Kumpleto na rin sila no, ng score streaks.
Oh, grabe. Batak na batak. Hunter Killer Drone, XS1 Goliath with a cluster strike. All in for that solid defense here. Just bringing out whenever you want. And mukhang they're just in a different league at this point. Manahirapan ang Romançon, not only with the gunfights, but also with the anchor position as well. And they finally got a hold of the very essential spot, which is going to be Fountain. But it's going to be a little bit too late to go in for the contest dito sa P3 natin. And now they need to go and rotate as well. But then Z-Man ulit getting rid of 2 players dun sa may Fountain.
Z-Man again, the man for OLFU. 110-17 now is the score. Makukuha lang nga naman ng Romançon Gaming ng onte, no? Itong P number 3, and there you go. Nice Predator missile again from Z-Man. Another score streak there being used well.
110 and 19. Hindi man lang maaabot ng 50-point club ang Romançon. Medyo nagka-struggle sila, but obviously, we can never say that it's gonna be too late for a team unless it's like 5 seconds left here in the hardpoint matchup. But 124 and 19, mukhang they have everything down, especially with having this XS1 Goliath. That is going to be obviously good things coming in from OLFU, and the scoreline of 134 and 19 is just so dominant. Grabe talaga. And Z-Man din, meron pa siyang isa pa. Nag-reset ang kanyang score streaks, and they have a lot more to play with.
And actually used that one already. Shelby will go down with that Predator missile. The score 147-19. Again, this might be a one-sided hard point here na nakikita natin. Beef, and you can see na kahit yung mga scrap points talagang gamit na gamit ng OLFU, talagang nasa kanila rin. Even though mako-contest siya dito, kitang-kita yung domination ng Goliath, no?
Oh, domination here in control. Grabe, sobrang
nakakamiss.
Nakakamiss yung domination, no? Pero being so dominant when it comes to everything, buhay pa rin ang Goliath. Mukhang wala atang loadout ngayon ang Romançon when it comes to taking out. Honestly, an RPD would have been so good when it comes to taking down that Golly. But finally, we get to see the Goliath finally going down after being up for so long. And now, tinry nila who go with it. Wala pa rin puntos. 19 and 180 pa rin. Nahirapan talaga ang Romançon to try and get a lot more points, and that's probably going to be degrading a lot of their confidence when it comes to winning this hardpoint matchup.
Totoo yan, Beef. Again, you have to really score in order for you to win this one. Target is 250 at konti na lang. 60 points na lang kailangan dito ng OLFU in order for them to actually get this really much easy win or easy cruise over Romançon Gaming ng CSB. And you can see right now, P number 1. You can see the difference here, Beef. Kahit P number 1 talagang nakukuha pa rin ng OLFU.
Oh, tapos yung early rotate nila dito sa P2. I mean, if you're going to be Romançon, you have to do the early rotations already, especially knowing na ito yung hill na you can probably get a lot more points. But obviously, Chirac with the Annihilator is going to be stopping every single one of the pushes coming in from the 2 main entry doorways dito sa may P2. Pero nga lang, majority of it as well going in from that alley, that Arches place where player number 2, si Chekwa, gets 1. Hindi makuha ng pangalawa. There you go. Finally gets that kill. Finally makes his team spawn there in a more favorable spot, pero nga lang yung cluster strike, medyo mahirapan sila pumasok.
Kramers actually takes out Aurora with the prize fighters there on the kill feed, and nanununtok na rin, no? Yung OLFU, I think they know na nasa kanila itong panalo na to. 243-19, 5 more points to go for OLFU. 2 more points left, and there you have it. 250 to 19 ang scoreline for Hardpoint. Wow, total domination in Hardpoint.
That's probably one of the most skewed scores that I've ever seen here. One of the most, grabe sobrang layo talaga ng scoreline when it comes to that hard point matchup. And now for OLFU, nakita natin yung domination nila and yung team chemistry nila just really works out. And that's gonna be hard kasi, I mean, it wasn't even close at all. I mean, there's a reason why it's 19. They didn't even reach it. I think the last time they actually touched points was probably in P3. Nung P4, medyo nahirapan sila. I feel like they probably got a few points. Pero after that, P1, P2, wala. None at all. They didn't even want to have them reach. OLFU didn't want the Romançon to reach that 20-point club.
Actually, nakakuha sila ng puntos P2. Like, onting oras
Konti,
doon,
no?
konti.
Sobrang konti.
Tapos, yung pinakamarami nila, P number 3. And then after that, parang
Medyo
wala na. Napako na talaga sila after that. No, nakakawalang gana yung mga ganong laruan, no? For the side of Romançon Gaming, and kailangan nilang di mawalan ng gana dito kasi they still have a chance here on the next game mode. Again, Search and Destroy is next after the hard point, and meron pa tayong control mamaya. So if ever man na mapalano nila to with 2 consecutive wins, there's gonna be another hard point and then another Search and Destroy na game number 5 if ever man na kailangan natin yun. Pero ang kailangan natin dito ay pag-usapan kung ano nga ba yung mga benefits dito sa AcadArena. No? AcadArena has scholarships available for all kinds of gamers, may it be PC or mobile, through ASA for gamers. This cycle, they've made it even easier for you to apply with the GZEZ No Essay Scholarship, which is a 100k peso grant. So go to the link on the down below here, guys. app.acadarena.com to apply. Link is also in the comments right now sa ating live stream. So again, make sure to click that link for you to apply.
Back to the game. And now, we already discussed na sobrang grabe talaga yung performance ng Romançon when it comes to the points. I mean, grabe yung talo nila. Because there's no retaliation whatsoever up against OLFU. Pero I guess there's a reason why. Kasi yung OLFU, sila yung nanalo ng coin toss eh. So sila yung
nag-pick.
Sila nag-pick nung slumps na map. Pero even if your opponent actually picks the map, dapat medyo may laban ka pa rin eh. Umariba ka. And that's the reason why na medyo mahirap talaga when you lose that coin toss. But obviously for the next round into our S&D matchup, yung Romançon na ang pumili nung mapa. So I'm praying na it's going to be a different situation dito. Because obviously in control, yung OLFU ulit ang may pick nun.
So again, yun yung reason why we have the coin toss, so that we can actually determine kung ano nga ba yung mga map selections and bans and everything. But yung next map natin, it's gonna be in firing range.
Yes,
in
firing
Search and
range,
Destroy. An OG map for for Search and Destroy rather. Here are actually the players to watch out for. Para sa game mode na to, we have Shelby dun sa may side ng Romançon Gaming. Si Chirak naman on the side of OLFU Esports Owl. And napag-usapan natin to nung una. Chirak, one of the keys, key players for OLFU Owl Esports, and unfortunately hindi natin siya kita sa may Discord nila. Wala siya sa Discord ngayon. But right now, we're starting here with Search and Destroy in firing range. Let's go, Beef.
And now, attacker side is going to be Romançon. And now for Kremers, muntika na siya makuha dun, diba? Medyo na hitmark siya coming in from Aurora. CBR4 in hand. Oh, we get another kill. First pick coming in from CSB, so that's a really good start. And that's going to be that player number 1, Sylv. That's going to be really big picks for his name. Pero nga si Kramer is going to be in big trouble. Kung si Sylv probably getting another one. Aurora gets one more. And that's going to be a 2v5 situation in favor of Romançon.
Error gets Aurora down. Sabi niya, tama ka na, Aurora, kanina ka pa. And right now, it's going to be 1v3 situation. Advantage is on Romançon Gaming. Again, this is a really good start for the CSBs. They're able to actually get a round win here, if ever. Chirac has the DLQ-33. Just way too much pressure being provided by the CSB. Kaso nga lang, ganda ng galawan niya doon. Unfortunately, Sonic with that final kill in the first round. Again, sabi ko nga, good start for the Romançon Gaming.
And this is where we get to see teams na medyo nahirapan sa may respawn game modes, diba? Dito sila bumabawi sa S&D kasi nga you are gonna be slowing things down just a little bit, and maganda yung passive play coming in from CSB. And now we're going in for another approach where walang, actually, open ang B ngayon eh. Medyo, I think that player number 5, that's gonna be Shelby. He's gonna be giving that essential information kung we can go and push Bravo instead of Alpha. But with the bomb being down, medyo mahirapan sila, especially with Z-Man and Error getting so many kills, and Z-Man already with his second.
And Z-Man getting second. Aurora actually gets to there. Nice play. Aina magiging open dito. Chirac in the trailer will actually try to defend this one here. Yung bomb pala ay na-drop ng Romançon Gaming, so they have to also think about that. Player number 5 for the side of Romançon Gaming. Z-Man, another kill there. 3 kills, or 2 kills rather, for Z-Man in that round, or 3 rather. In that round, actually giving them that win in that round. 1-1 ang score. Ganda ng bawi doon ng OLFU.
Oh, ganda ng bawi. As in, basically just eradicates, like, makes chaos dito sa may Alpha site. And now Bravo looks like they're gonna go in for a slower approach dito sa Bravo, where player number 3 coming in from OLFU. Oh. Si Kramer is going in very deep into that mid site. And now Fergie going in for that information that the rest of the CSB gang are actually gonna be dito sa may Bravo site. And now the backup finally comes through. And speaking of Kramers, and we already said how deep he was and going into spawn and going in through mid, gets that essential kill, gets 2, but then he does get traded out by player number 4. That's going to be si Aurora. Again, getting 2 for herself. It is going to be a 1v3 situation. And if it's going to be a player that can go and clutch this up, mukhang si Aurora ang pwedeng gumawa niyan.
Oo, kayang-kaya ni Aurora to. Able to actually get a 2K dito sa Alpha kaninang round. Now, medyo nag-split up yung ating Owl. Yun nga lang yung pagkakamali nila. Chirac actually goes down. And now the information is provided. Z-Man will not try to chase itong si Aurora. Aurora just playing a trip to Jerusalem na naman, no? Paikot-ikot lang siya sa mapa ng firing range. And now that the bomb is right there, syempre nabigyan na information sa na-drop to, they will be able to actually go for the plan for B. What will be the next thing to do here, B, for Aurora? Will it be to plant and then just wait?
Actually, the interesting thing is, like, OLFU actually, feeling ko di nila alam kung nasan yung bomba eh. Kasi kung alam ni Z-Man kung nasan yun, syempre, nag-chill na lang siya dito sa may Bravo site. And now Aurora, not only does she have a CBR, she also has a DLQ to play with. But Z-Man, Krieg 6, and also another DLQ, the sniper versus sniper. Looks like a Bravo plant is gonna happen. Z-Man nag-rotate all the way into Alpha.
Oh no.
Di ba sila nakitaan?
Hindi nakita ni Z-Man na dumaan si Aurora doon sa may bandang gitna.
Ang ganda.
And Z-Man right now will try to go for the push dito sa Bravo. Tuturo muna tayo ng smokes. And yun lang, naikutan ni Aurora. Trip to Jerusalem ang ginawa talaga ni Aurora. Paikot-ikot lang siya, Beef.
That's so smart. As in, yung presence of mind ni Aurora,
200
no?
IQ play there.
Oo, ang galing niya. As in, kanina pa siya. She's the playmaker for her team. 9 kills to her name. Where player number 3 for their side, si Romançon, that's gonna be like 0 for him. And, I mean, she's stepping it up dito kasi alam nila, if it's gonna be too late, if they bring it to control, they might not actually make it anymore dito sa competition na to.
200 IQ plays for Aurora. Right now, lamang sila dito when it comes to numbers as they actually takes out G and Error. Kramers actually goes for the kill there. Kramers will get another one on the feed. See, Sylv rather will actually go down. And now it's only going to be Aurora again. It's the Aurora game show right now, Beef. And Z-Man will go down to K. Aurora is doing it for the CSB Romançon Gaming squad. 3-1 ng score.
Napapatayo ako dito.
Ang ganda ng ginagawa ni Aurora.
Grabe. Sobrang nag-step up talaga si Aurora. She's so talented when it comes to reading the plays of OLFU. And now they're going to be a little bit more passive in their approach. 2-1-2 split. 2 players in B long and 1 player here in into the mid side of the map and 2 players dito sa may Alpha. But then finally, Eric gets on 1 pick. Sonic is gonna be out of the game. Yung delikado dito, if is si Aurora, if she's actually eliminated early onto the matchup.
And let's see if they can actually do it again here, as now you can see Sellout together with Aurora, still alive. Yun lang. Chirac actually finds Sellout. It's now gonna be Aurora again with a 2v1 situation. Chirac actually finds Aurora, stopping the streak ni Aurora kanina pa.
Clutch.
Oh, yung mga clutch plays ni Aurora. Right now, it is round number 5 or round number 6. Can Aurora still do it for the team?
And now we're switching things up where it's going to be a more aggressive push going into that Bravo side. Pero they're going to be greeted by yung 2 players ngayon ng OLFU. That's going to be player 2 and 3, Guy and Kramers trying to go in for the push. But as Guy gets that first opening pick and that information, medyo na push back sila ng slight yung Romançon. They need to go and pick up yung bomb.
They have the bomb now. So Alt actually dies in that process. Shelby actually takes out Z-Man, a really important player for the side of OLFU. And you can see right now na tamang abang lang sa itaas. At ayun, parang alam niya kung nasaan G. Wasn't able to actually take out Sylv there. Nice escape.
Akala niya nandun pa.
Oo, akala niya nandun pa. And now, they're gonna plan on going to Alpha na. But the thing is, ang ganda ng depensa ng OLFU even though na 4 na lang sila.
Absolutely. As in, they're sticking in as a team, but then Sylv gets a lot more, 1 more for them. And alam ko siya yung first opening pick din for their team. And so, essential kills coming in from this team. And now, a 3v4 situation na medyo kalat na ngayon. And buti na naman din silang flank watch as going to be Aurora right there with 12 already to her name. But unfortunately for them, it's going to be a full 3-man push going in from Alpha. Uy!
Uy, and Sylv actually takes out 2. Kramers and Chirac nag-audition, mga kaibigan. Sylv actually goes down courtesy of G, and there you go. Dalawa ang makita sa kanya. That's Shelby and Aurora. The mind games being played right now by the Romançon gaming squad. Nautakan nila yung mga owl.
Grabe. Nag-step up na rin si Sylv as a sniper kasi yun medyo nahirapan sila kasi Sonic, wala pa siya eh. As in, 1 kill pa lang siya from the whole round. But then Sylv, a very beautiful wall bang. Sobrang alam niya talaga na may aggressive push coming in through mid. What a misplay coming in from the side of OLFU. But obviously, malay ba nila na merong wall bang advantage doon coming in from Romançon Gaming. And now a 4v5. And now for Aurora, she's gonna be in a really good spot knowing very well na may player dito sa loob ng Woodhouse.
And Aurora right now overextending here. C8. Error goes down. 1 player from Owl. Mawawala na nga. Z-Man has the bomb here. Just waiting for that right timing para makapasok ng Alpha. And Aurora actually takes out Chirac. Again, another one for Aurora. Napakaganda talaga nilalaro nitong batang to. Beef. You can see that she's actually trying to actually push all the way through and able to actually get the elimination here on the other side. And yun na nga, 5-2 na ang score. Dalawa na lang for Romançon Gaming CSB.
13 kills already for Aurora. No one even comes close dito sa OLFU. As in, grabe. Kakaiba yung impact niya in the first few games, and that should be a boost of confidence for this team, for Romançon. And now, a aggressive push coming in from Alpha, knowing very well that maybe if we go more aggressively, baka gagana itong situation na to. And now, sellout actually goes down. So that's a good start coming in from OLFU. Ayaw na rin nila ng passive because that actually allows Romançon to close in the gap. And now for Chirac going in there very aggressively. Gets 1. Sonic goes down. Di na rin expect at all na sobrang aggressive ng push nila.
And Shelby right now will be the last man standing. There you go. Kramers able to actually go for the defeat. 3-5 na ang score. Again, kailangan nila talaga na manalo na. Kasi again, pag nanalo tong CSB, they will have the momentum. They will also have the game point or the match point here for this search and destroy. And again, it's going to be a 1-1 na. For the series. But right now, looking at the situation, player number 5 has the bomb here for Owl. They're trying to going on to Alpha. Kaso nga lang, Aurora just waiting, patiently waiting. May katabi lang siya dito. And right now, she's actually getting damage through the wall bangs na ginagawa ng Owl. Shelby lumabas. Oh no, bakit naman ganun? Hindi niya ata alam yung information na yun. But then again, unting-unting namamatay itong mga RG, CSB, and G will find Sylv. Looks like alam na ng Owl kung anong gagawin nila dito.
Yes.
Looks like they need to actually play it quick.
They're making really good adjustments of making it a little bit more aggressive going to that ace site. And feeling ko baka Bravo na yung pick nila this time. And speaking of, yun na nga kasi they don't want to be too, readable when it comes to their plays. And good thing for them, there's one person actually, si Chirac actually gets rid of sellout. That's gonna be really big plays. But for Sonic, he needs to make one big play. But then yun na nga, na-sniper nila, sobrang bilis. Whew. And now we're tied up, and now there is no response coming in from Romançon with the quickness of how things turn for OLFU, and they will keep doing that.
Yeah, they will keep doing that. And they're gonna do that at Alpha probably. Kaso nga lang mukhang nakahanda din yung RG. Uy, Sylv actually takes out G. This will slow down yung push ng Owl.
And that was actually really good. Because usually when the snipers get that first pick in nga, they're gonna slow things down, and now it's a little bit more of a passive play. So mas maganda yun for Romançon. And now for Sonic, finally gets in spots 1, but hindi niya na, hindi na finish yung job when it comes to getting rid of that player. But obviously, nandun yung information, very valuable for them. Sell out though. Medyo delikado to kasi si Kramers with the bomb. It's gonna be right there. But then again, with Aurora gets 1. Aurora gets 2. Big plays coming in from this girl. And now she has a 15 to her name. A 3v1 situation where Z-Man, ano magagawa mo? Wala kang magagawa as we're finally here at match point 6 and 5. One more round. Romançon finally will get their first point of the day.
Sabi ng Romançon Gaming, walang donut ngayon.
Wala.
Hindi namin kayo bibigyan ng honey glazed donut, but right now we're gonna give you an L in search and destroy. Pero medyo maaga pa, pwede pang mahabol din to, no?
Yung bomba.
Oo, and yung bomba hindi na kinuha ng Owl. Parang sabi nila mamaya natin kunin yung bomba.
Oh,
Pitas muna tayo ng isa.
Yes, that's a really good sign actually that they're playing it down. Pero nga lang, nakita natin from the past na when they slow things down, medyo, dun talaga pumapasok, dun nag-shine yung Romançon when it comes to those plays. And now, good thing for them, walang nag-overextend at all. And now a 1-2 and 2 split where one play is going to be in Bravo, 2 is going to be here in Woodhouse, and 2 in A. But then Shelby gets that opening pick. Error is done. Dusted. And now they need to play it quick kasi 1 minute and 14, yes, that's a lot of plays, pero they should keep doing what they're doing a while ago na aggressive plays talaga sila. But it's going to be really aggressive kasi player number 2 coming in from side OLFU, si Gay might actually do some damage.
Yeah, might do some damage there, but then again, A will be open. Mapapalanta nila yung bomba dito. Medyo nag-back off yung player 1 and player 3 on the side of Romançon Gaming. But then again, Z-Man and G is there. Sylv will go down as well. It's gonna be sellout na lang ang natitira against 4 members of OLFU. And they're coming back. And now, it's gonna be 6-6 ang score. It's anybody's game.
Walang overtime dito.
Baka mabigay pa ang donut actually.
Oo nga parang mukhang gutom na gutom talaga ang OLFU. Gusto nila bigyan ng donut ang Romançon, and now for Kramers, just absolutely spraying down that area, but no one is gonna get tagged whatsoever. But then Error gets that really big pick. Error gets possibly, no, not one more, but then Celsal actually goes in there for the kill as well. 2v4 situation. Medyo mahirap to kasi sniper and AR ang gagamitin nila. And there you go. It looks like it's going to be a win coming in from OLFU, possibly, unless we get to see Sellout pull off a very nice reverse here. But unfortunately for them, still alive!
Oy!
Still alive!
At hinahabol na siya mga kaibigan. Manununtok kasi yung mga OLFU. Sabi nila, anong donut mga kaibigan? Sa amin, ang donut na to. And right now, you can see 7-6 na nga. OLFU will win in Search and Destroy. What a comeback, actually. Aurora actually did it all for Romançon Gaming. Unfortunately, no mga couple of rounds, yung last 2 rounds, nauna siyang ma-pick off.
Oo, as in yun talaga, tinarget na si Aurora early on in the round, knowing very well na kaya talaga i-clutch up yung situation. But grabe yung lead nila kanina. Okay na sana pero they just had such a hard time dito sa may defense. They had a way easier time when they were on the offensive side. But yun na nga, with OLFU, they just built up to that rolling snowball effect that they just had in the past few games. And yun na nga, I mean, if we had OT implemented here, feeling ko possibly ang daming OT na nakita But for Romançon, they just dropped the spaghetti. And now, OLFU is actually leading with a 2-0. And next is actually going to be their map pick. Take off in Control. Ayun, medyo mahirap yun. But before we actually go into Control, let's do a little bit of love. Let's give a little bit of love for Alliance Games because of how important they're doing here in the community. So if you want to see a lot more gameplay, please do follow us on TikTok for awesome student gamer content. Visit esports.acadarena.com for news, players, stories, and more about the Alliance Games. Use the hashtags AllG and hashtag NotJustPlay and tag at AcadArena for your posts on social media.
Yan. So kung meron kayong mga highlights,
Oh.
Syempre, yung iba dyan, nagsiscreen record,
Yes.
They have those highlights. Make sure to put those on your TikTok or any social media like channels out there, make sure to put those hashtags para mapansin namin. And also, you don't have to, or you don't forget rather, to tag at AcadArena for your post on social media. Actually, may naalala ako last 2 weeks ago. You were like videoing us, no?
Yes, oo, may video tayo nun.
Nung nagbubuhat ng dumbbell yung yung team na kinakas namin, and I was like waiting, no, for you to post that with all of those hashtags. Pero anyways, since we're now done with search and destroy, we're gonna move on to control. And if you try to like think this through, yes, may lamang talaga yung yung Romançon Gaming, so search and destroy, because it's their map pick. And you can see how Aurora tried to really carry the whole team. But when you talk about control, it's much more of an objective gameplay or game mode. Kind of like what happened to Hardpoint. 19 points lang ang nagawa ng Romançon Gaming. So it might be the same thing here coming into the next map, which is going to be in Takeoff.
Yeah, medyo mahirap na kasi yung momentum ng OLFU na they gained there, especially with the comeback that they had dito sa Search and Destroy. Na I feel like it would have been easy that Romançon could have had that S&D, and we probably would have seen in game number 4 na for sure na. But now, this is their last chance to possibly make a reverse sweep and control Takeoff. But knowing very well that this map is just so huge. Sobrang lahat talaga ng map na to. Medyo mahirap talaga kung mag-isa ka. Especially na, for me, not a fan of Takeoff in control. Especially or like her Hacienda. Basta malaking malawak na map because of how well these teams could actually go and snipe you. And seeing the snipers that we have dito sa may OLFU, kayang-kaya nila eh.
Kaya nila no?
Oh.
And mahirap nga naman talaga maging mag-isa, no? Like, no man is an island, sabi nga nila. And you have to really have someone in your life, no? Parang iba na tayong pinag-usapan natin.
Parang medyo naano ako dun
This is Love Talks with Kuku TV. Pero bago natin puntahan yung mga Love Talks na yan, puntahan muna natin yung mga players on their Discord channels. And you can see right now na naka-ready na itong mga players natin for the map of Takeoff here in Control. And you can see right now na nag-start na nga yung laro natin. And right now for the side of attacking side, yung ating OLFU. Defensive side naman ang Romançon Gaming.
Ito yung pinakamagandang situation for for Romançon is the fact na Chirac is already on a 5-kill streak. That's actually insane. He's already getting a hunter-killer drone, and konti na lang he will have that cluster strike down, but finally he does get shut down. But yun nga, maganda yung pwesto ni ng Romançon, the fact na defense first sila. So meaning if the game number 5 tayo, it will be defense last for them, and that is all of the advantage that they need to do that reverse sweep, which is definitely very doable. But taking a look at that, Alpha and Bravo already have some sort of progress. With Alpha, 1 tick of progress na lang. And for Bravo, yun na nga, they're actually going back and forth when it comes to the progress here for that attack in OLFU.
And looks like they want to make it a quick work here for Control on round number 1. And now we're down to 11 lives na lang yung Romançon Gaming. And Alpha, konti na lang at makaka-capture na nila itong Alpha. It's now going to be all eyes on Bravo na lang for the objective. There you go. And phase number 1 ay wala na nga for Bravo. And you can see that they're just using everything na para na makuha na nga nila yung panalo dito. 6 more lives left for the side of Romançon Gaming. Now down to 3. And unti-unti na lang silang namamatay dito. Sinusuntok na lang ni Chirac, ladies and gentlemen. 13-1. G gets the final kill there onto Shelby. Romançon Gaming. Ano ang kailangan nilang gawin, Beef?
Imagine mo, yung OLFU nanalo na sila very convincingly on the attack, and now they will probably have an easier time on the defense. But I'm hoping na Romançon can actually pull something when it comes to the attacking side. Kasi ginawa nung OLFU kanina, they split their their attention to Alpha and Bravo, doing a little bit of progress here, a little bit of progress there, all at the same time, splitting the the information as well, splitting the attention of Romançon. And now medyo mahirapan sila kasi players of OLFU are already trying to do a spawn trap on them.
Yeah, it's going to be player number 4 and 2 going for a spawn trap. And yung player 2 na si Chekwa, sabi niya, ba't ganito? Ang daming nakabantay dito sa spawn natin. And you can see there, Z-Man goes for that Annihilator kill onto Chekwa. G already on a score streak here with 5 kills. And man, nilabas na nila, no? Yung mga operator skills nila. Annihilator here also for G. Chirac also has the Annihilator. And right now, you can see the difference, 13-25. Defensive side yung side ng OLFU, pero sobrang dali lang na na nilalaro nila to.
Oo, sobrang outgunned sila. Outgunned, outplayed in this round. If the last 2 rounds rather, actually. 23 seconds, no progress whatsoever in A and B. Not just that, it's going to be 11 and 2, 21 life count for OLFU. Has the advantage, 14 seconds left, and no one is even close to getting a point here. Ito na, nahihirapan na ang DLS-CSB dito sa attacking and also in the defensive rounds, and that will give OLFU a lot more advantage, having just one more round left. And as we end this round, slowly but surely, they're crawling up into a possible 3-0 unless Romançon does something special and turns things around.
Well, let's see kung meron nga ba silang special sauce
Special
for
sauce.
round number 3 here on Control on Takeoff. Right now, we start the game or start the round. As you can see right now, on the side naman ng attack, yung OLFU. Nilabas na yung mga claw, mga kaibigan. Aurora, though, was able to actually get one, but nandun yung trade agad-agad for the side of OLFU.
And now, if you're going to be on the defense, you will definitely have a much easier time. Pero nga lang for si Romançon, they need to get also an attacking round for their name as well. And I think natin yung split dito eh. It's like they're allowing OLFU to actually go in there very aggressively as well. Pero kanina, nakita natin yung difference as a team. Mas aggressive talaga ang OLFU, and that's why medyo nahirapan talaga ang Romançon when it comes to the defense. And now that player number 3, that's going to be si Sellout na trying to go in there for the top control.
Uy,
dito
nakita
sa my launch pad. There you go. Uy, sayang mo.
Hindi niya nakita nung una eh. And unfortunately, mamamatay din si Sellout doon by Z-Man. Silv actually takes out Error. Z-Man, 1v1 with a great one. Checkwa goes down. Silv will go down as well, courtesy of G. And G is just moving the face here for Alpha. And now going on the second phase. Konti na lang. This is actually what you need to do pagka attacking side ka sa control.
Oh, it's actually si Z-Man. Maganda yung play niya kanina with Annihilator, but unfortunately, he was actually taken down. But that's a good sign coming in from Romançon. Signs of life actually here in this round where the lives are actually evened up. 22 seconds left on the clock and wala pang progress ang Bravo. Only one tick of progress coming in from Alpha. Looking like yung solid defense ng Romançon is actually paying off.
Oh, Z-Man gets that kill, Annihilator. Kala mo yung siya pa yung mamamatay dun, pero hindi. Sabi niya, there you go, another kill for Z-Man. Ang dami nang pinapatay ni Z-Man, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go, the stop there with that Gravity Vortex gun, courtesy of Sellout for the side of Romançon Gaming. Now we're down to 3 more lives left. Romançon Gaming trying to close things through here with the live count. Unfortunately, they're now down to 2. And now, sabi mo nga, wala nang respawn dito with the update. Player number 1 is gonna be Silv na lang ang natitira at na-box in na ng team ng OLFU. Kaso nga lang, Error will go down. Ooh, Chirac gets that final shot with that prize fighter. And 3-0 ang score for Control. And we're gonna have another donut beef.
Ah, my goodness. Donut after donut of today. And mukhang...
Ang bilis, ha?
Oh, sobrang bilis.
Time check.
Time check, it's already 7:33 and
ang aga pa.
Pero hey, maybe it's gonna be a different story because we're finally seeing OLFU go up against MGS Aries later on in our round number 3. Grabe. Without a doubt, hands down, I already had a feeling that OLFU already had the confidence to win this Control. Pero it's just the gunfights. The fact na spawn trap nila ang Romançon in that second round, it just really goes to show na feeling ko nahirapan ang respawns when it comes to Romançon here.
Totoo yan, gunfights nila when it comes to hardpoint and control, talagang kitang-kita yung difference, no? Sa level of gameplay nila. OLFU just totally dominates them in every single angle. Pero when it comes to search and destroy, that's where Aurora will actually flourish.
Yes.
And unfortunately, one man or woman actually for the side of Romançon Gaming cannot really carry yung buong squad. You have to have really yung mga role players to actually get some, much needed points or much needed kills in order for you to actually get that win in Search and Destroy. They were actually almost getting that 7 point, no?
Oh,
for Romançon Gaming, pero yun nga, ang galing ng habol na ginawa ng OLFU.
Kasi alam ng OLFU na they can actually win when they are aggressive when it comes to the pushes, and that's why that happened in Hardpoint, that happened in SND. No, when they slowed it down, medyo nahirapan sila doon, and now for Control doing the same thing, over pushing, over the aggressing, kasi they know they will win the gunfights every single time. But you wanna know if you are a really good team team and have that confidence. And if you want to have that confidence, you need to have really fast Wi-Fi when you're playing Call of Duty Mobile. So have the best time with Globe Prepaid's Go Plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigabytes data. That's 8 gigabytes for all your favorite gaming apps and 8 gigabytes for all sites and only all site text, all net text rather, for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app now to register. So if you have that on my phone, I actually have it on my phone, not even joking. I'm not even just saying it because we're sponsored by Globe. I'm really using it every single week that I'm here. I love Globe Prepaid.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, yung Globe yung binigay ng ng Lasal sa akin dati. Yun pa rin yung gamit ko until now.
Ah, talaga?
So, sobrang tagal na ng SIM na.
Ba't ako walang ganyan, ha?
Meron silang pinamigay dati. So, I'm not sure kung inaabutan mo pa yun.
Ano ID number mo?
Hindi natin sasabihin yun.
Binalik ko lang yung tanong sa kanya. But anyway, unfortunately, our green-blooded brothers and sister will not be making it because OLFU actually goes in for that round number 3. So speaking of this team, they will meet up MGS Aries later on in match number 3. You do not want to miss it. We're going to take a little bit of a short break. We'll see you in a little bit.
Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play. Register for free at globegamergrounds.com. Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds, your gateway to good gaming. Enjoy hundreds of open tournaments and earn points and rewards every time you play.
The time has come for match number 3, and so far we've had 3 O's all across the board. But before all of that, we want to welcome you dito sa AcadArena's Alliance Game Split 2 2022 presented by Globe Prepaid. It's your girl Beef Mommy, and here with me today is Kuku TV. We've been your casters for today's matchup, and grabe. Winner for match number 1 and match number 2 move on dito sa may match number 3 natin, yung pinaka-last game for today, and that's going to be MGS Aries versus OLFU. What are your thoughts about our matchup?
Thoughts about my matchup?
Yes.
I think it's gonna be the OLFU will actually have the better advantage here against MGS Aries. Kasi kung titignan mo yung laban nila, no, yung laban nila with the Malayans, itong Aries, they actually had a really close fight, no. I mean, not really close fight when it comes to hardpoint and control, but yung sa side ng OLFU, kitang-kita naman natin 19 points lang yung binigay nila dun sa hardpoint. And then yung sa control naman, kitang-kita natin na ginawa nilang quick work yung Romançon Gaming. But then again, it's a much different kind of lineup din naman kasi yung kakalabanin ng OLFU. So probably there will be some adjustments sa simula. Pero pag nagets na nila yung laruan, might be that again, OLFU Esports Owl will have the advantage.
But honestly, with the wins na OLFU had, medyo sumabit sila ng konti sa may SND. So, feeling ko baka dun babawi ang MGS Aries kasi sobrang ang lawak talaga ng points when they did go up against their cousins, the Malayans, the Malayan Warlocks. So, hopefully, I feel like sa hardpoint, medyo 50-50 ako when it comes to yung Aries kasi nga bumawi sila halfway eh. And it all just depends on yung map picks and bans. But honestly, for me, Control, I feel like it will go to OLFU. So, I feel like this will most likely go into a game number 4. But hopefully we do get to see our first game number 5 for today. But speaking of our map picks and bans, muna, we go for our bans first, which is for hardpoint bans, we have Hacienda and Slums off the map. Search and Destroy bans will be Slums and Hacienda again. And for Control, Hacienda Slums na naman. Ayaw na ayaw talaga na itong mapang to. And for our operator skill bans, it's going to be Annihilator and the Sparrow.
So talking about the bans there, medyo nagkapalit lang yung pangalawa, no?
Oo nga,
Slums and
medyo.
Hacienda. And it's gonna be Hacienda and Slums. So again, sabi nga nila, we don't want Hacienda, we don't want Slums in all of the game modes that we're gonna have today. Pero speaking of game modes, hardpoint muna tayo, raid na naman. Yung magiging hardpoint for game number 2, which is Search and Destroy, it's gonna be Summit, a classic map for Search and Destroy, and then lastly, Take Off for Control if ever man na mag 3-0. Pero pagka kailangan pa ng more games, we have hardpoint again in firing range naman, and then Standoff for the last map if we need it. Search and Destroy is going to be the game mode.
Ooh, looking at these maps, medyo nagiging shaky when it comes to MGS Aries kasi for their hardpoint and raid nung kanina, it was all raid maps actually nung match number 1 nila up against the Warlocks na medyo delikado yung nila midway point. In the first half of the game, it was actually the Warlocks that were leading by a significant amount, but the comeback was real for Aries and they were able to get that, trajectory and finish it with a very good start. But also coming in for Search and Destroy, feeling ko Summit, it might actually favor OLFU a little bit kasi diba aggressive sila as a team, and if you put a smaller map, baka they might take advantage of those close quarters combat.
Totoo yan. And again, yung fights na ginagawa ng OLFU, no, when it comes to close quarters combat, they're actually benefiting from all of that. And again, Search and Destroy, medyo, questionable tayo dito, no, whoever actually wins it. Siguro might be anybody's game, but when it comes to hardpoint and control, I think yung OLFU Esports Owl will have the slight advantage. Again, talking about yung chemistry nila, no? When it comes to chemistry, kitang-kita naman, no, nung kinalaban nila yung Romançon Gaming kanina. Again, Romançon Gaming is already out of this tournament, unfortunately. So it's now going to be the Aries, and it's now going to be the Owls who's going to be fighting for, again, for the spot. Again, yung spot na yun is gonna be for them to actually fight against Sage. So nag-aabang lang ang Sage, which is gonna happen not for today, no. So it's gonna happen next time. But for the meantime, Aries and Esports Owl. Again, we're gonna talk about Z-Man. Napaka-importanting player to for Owl Esports. Not just Z-Man, it's also gonna be Chirac. For the side naman ng Aries, sino ba ang dapat nating i-watch out for dito?
Well, honestly, coming in for Aries, I feel like every single one of the players actually stepped up. Like, it was so important na they stepped it up, especially for me. I'm looking at Ban. I feel like in that particular situation, Ban, especially with the Goliath that she had, the cluster check that he had in the hardpoint, she was such an essential part to their game. Not just that, even in control, nakakuha din siya ng isa pang XS1 Goliath. So, if she pops off, if she gets a lot more kills that she can, and that definitely can change the tides para sa kanyang team. But obviously, it'll be very hard up against a very solid and balanced team like OLFU Esports Owl. I feel like the biggest thing that they could probably do is do really well dito sa may search and destroy natin.
If you talk about players for Aries, kung sino man yung pwedeng tumulong kay Ban, it's gonna be Serious.
Yes,
Kasi kanina we
absolutely.
saw Serious able to actually get the kills, able to actually get the objectives, you know, when it comes to hardpoint and search and destroy. Not for search and destroy, but control. And again, it's an all-out team effort talaga ang kailangan gawin dito ng Aries. Kasi sa side naman ng OLFU Esports Owl, 3 players can actually pop off and then they can actually still get a win even though na mag-off day yung off game yung isa or dalawa sa kanila, di ba?
Exactly. And so, actually, nakita natin medyo nag-step up na talaga ng MGS Aries a while ago, and it wasn't just Ban, it wasn't just Serious, it was a lot more other players that stepped up for today, and that's what is important for today's matchup, especially going up against OLFU, where they seem like such a solid team overall. And if we're gonna be seeing it, honestly, I feel like if we reach game number 5, I think it might be an MGS Aries win for, when it comes to that. But obviously, they need to win a lot more maps before we actually get to that point. Kasi honestly, feeling ko yung search and destroy, if naging standoff muna yan, mas sure ako na MGS Aries might actually bag it. But obviously, it's going to be in Summit now, where you know that OLFU can play very aggressively. But let's see kung kaya ng MGS Aries to answer back dun sa aggression ng OLFU.
And talking about the bans for operator skills, Annihilator and Sparrow, probably nag-check yung Aries nung previous match na ang dami sa Owl OLFU na gumagamit ng Annihilator.
Ganda ng usage ng Annihilator, especially sa take-off control.
Exactly.
Which we'll see.
Yeah, and we will see that kung paano nila gagamitin. Probably we're gonna see a lot of the Gravity Vortex gun or the Claw.
The Claw.
And Purifier is actually open.
Purifier is there. It's a way open, but a lot more opportunities for all these teams to go and make a comeback and possibly, give us very exciting content. But speaking of, don't miss the action just because you don't have really good internet or data. So make sure you have the best time with Glow Prepaids. Go plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigabytes of data. That's 8 gigabytes for all of your favorite gaming apps, 8 gigabytes for all sites, and only net text for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app now to register. So obviously, don't miss out when it comes to the gameplay just because naubusa ka na ng load or all of that, or mabagal yung internet nyo. But there you go. You finally have a chance to watch this intense matchup for match number 3, MGS Aries versus OLFU. I'm so ready for this hardpoint matchup to go and start. But before we do that, let's take a look. Ilang beses na natin minention to. Si Ban, essential player for that match number 1 in that hardpoint game. And Chirac, always been the player that we always see dito for our head-to-head.
Head-to-head muna tayo dito. We see the players on their Discord channels. Wala munang buhatan ng dumbbell or sharpener na nilalabas. Seryoso muna tayo. Again, kung sino ang matalo dito, wala na sa torneo na to. And right now, we're gonna start off with P number 1 in dito sa Rotonda.
Oh, welcome Rotonda.
Oh, welcome Rotonda.
So ito yung pinaka-favorite ko na part because there's so many entrances that you can actually go and pick. But if you do have a solid hold, and Gasti gets a very essential power position, but unfortunately, nabasa ni Error yon and does get him down. But still, very solid hold coming in from Aries. Still having a really good defense here, even though nawala silang top laundry control. Trying to go, there's 1-by-1 Gasti. Bumalik na naman dito, and good thing for him, actually gets the Holger. That's gonna be a really good LMG to go in for that distance and that defense.
And right now, you can see the score, 24-10. Babawi at babawi na yung Owl OLFU dito when it comes to the score. They were trying to, keep things close dito sa MGS when it comes to the scoreline. And right now, player number 3 just waiting in the money room right now together with player 2. Next hardpoint na tayo. MGS is actually doing a great job when it comes to rotating here. But when it comes to the spawns ng Owl OLFU, they're actually set for them to take over P number 2.
Ang talino ni Waffle to not actually engage, knowing very well he just needs to hide, but obviously medyo gets taken down, and now very early rotation coming in from OLFU, gets a very solid hold over that, pero one misstep can actually mean a lot here, but they do have a lot of the lanes down already. One by one though, MGS goes in there as a team, wins a lot of the gunfights, and yun na nga, they were able to contest it and finally capture it. That's a really good retake dito para sa MGS Aries natin, and not just that, they do get yung favorable spawns, and now Kramers is going to be a really tight spot as Waffle brings them down.
Waffle brings him down, and right now you can see Team OLFU getting it back. Even though na maganda yung pinapakita nila Waffle dito, no? For MGS, they're having a really hard time also as well when Team OLFU is trying to go for that hardpoint push. Pero ito na, yung garage area, P number 3 na tayo. Beef, and handang-handa na sa kanilang posisyon itong mga Owls.
Ito na. Tignan natin kung makita natin if si player number 1 coming in from MGS, that's gonna be serious. 3 kills, that's very unlike him. And now he does go down as well, not checking his corner. And alam mo yun, hotspot yun eh. Now Waffle, medyo masasapak. Not just that, eliminates that gravity vortex, which is gonna be huge deal for MGS to go in there for the contest. And yun na nga, they're able to contest it very well, and they win those gunfights. And now we actually are flipping our spawns, and it's going to be one more ban with a claw, tries to get rid of every single one, finally get a solid hold finally dito sa our P3.
Nasayang lang yung gravity vortex gun doon. Sirius actually takes down 2 though. Dito naman for MGS, at nanununtok na lang si Waffles. Kanina pa yan mga kaibigan. Chirac able to actually stop that prize fighter na si Waffle. Then again, you can see na mas tumatapak ngayon ang MGS, getting the lead here, 70-61 ang ating score. 10 more seconds left for this hard point. Again, they need to actually go in and rotate na papunta dun sa basketball court, which is gonna be the next hard point.
Ang galing ng Aries, that the fact that they can go and break the hill, kasi usually early rotation OLFU lagi yan eh. Dito sa kitchen, dito sa may garage, and also dito sa may basketball. But I feel like there's a reason why sobrang ang lapit talaga ng puntos nila, because even though yes, some early rotation ng OLFU, they're always breaking the hill so well, and now they also have the more favorable spawn.
You can see right now that on the hard point is OLFU. This is a much needed score here coming from OLFU. They need to make sure na makakuha sila ng maraming puntos dito. Except that they're getting challenged here by MGS. Now taking back the hard point. Oh no, they will stop na from actually getting that hard point. They will try to reposition for the next hard point probably. But looks like player 1 gets in. And unfortunately, hindi nga nila makukuha yung mga gunfights.
Grabe, ang ganda talaga ng break lagi ng MGS Aries, na even though nahuli talaga sila sa rotation, and now Ban getting that 11, almost getting that 12. Everyone's doing their job and not allowing any kind of points whatsoever. Nakita natin yun na match number 1 na even though na konti na yung puntos, they still try to go and contest because it is a matter of 1 point at the very end. And now rotation, very early ulit coming in from OLFU, and still 106 and 85, still very doable for OLFU to go in there for the retake, but obviously with a very solid defense. Tignan natin kung malalabas ng MGS yung mga ano nila, operator skills.
Well, let's see if they can actually get out of this situation. Still on the side of OLFU yung hard point. Z-Man still trying to contest here together with Gasti. Gasti takes out Z-Man. And ito na, nilabas na yung Purifier, kaso nga lang, mawapatay nga siya agad-agad.
Okay lang yan kasi I mean, in for Gasti, he's been so solid in this game so far. He started things off very well. And actually, a while ago, their match number 1, siya yung pinaka nahirapan eh. But now it looks like bumawi talaga siya. And now, the claw finally comes out. Si Waffle having 14 to his name. Solid defense so far, but Arrow does take him out. That is going to deal a lot of damage. And so far, it's going to be an open hard point. But still, as we said that, yung scrap points, mapupunta pa rin dito sa MGS.
Oo, yung scrap points mapupunta pa nga rin. 10 seconds left. They're inside. Chirac able to take out itong si Yuri and also Waffle and Sirius. 3K for Chirac here for OLFU. And we can see right now that P number 1 na naman tayo ulit dito sa Welcome Rotonda. Hindi welcome ngayon ang side ng MGS. Player 5 able to actually go for that hard point. 54 seconds left on the clock. And right now all they need to do is make sure na mawala dito sa area na to itong MGS, but it's gonna be really hard, especially that this is the first hard point. Very much open, no, Beef, itong area na to.
Oh, it's actually first time natin nakikita na maaga yung rotation ng MGS dito sa P1, but obviously so far wala silang hold whatsoever when it comes to the anchor points. And so far we do have OLFU getting that top laundry control, which is so essential. Waffle, nananapak ulit. Mukhang gigil na talaga tong kuya nyo. And now going in there for another contest that's going to be Gasti, which has been a essential player coming in from NGS, and slowly but surely we get to see OLFU. Sila ay bumababa one by one, and now 15 seconds left on the clock. They do get yung scrap points, and medyo na close nila yung gap. Yung OLFU na close nila yung gap dito sa P1, but it's going to be a very bloody P2 because nakapwesto na both of these teams.
Nakapwesto na both of these teams. Player 3 ban able to actually take out error. And with 7 seconds left, sino kaya ang una makatapak dito sa hard point ito? Krammers actually will go down. There you go. Nice assist there coming from his teammate. And now it's gonna be contest from either of the teams. Beef. Talagang walang aawat dito sa bawat kupunan ng OWL and MGS.
Wala, nahirapan talaga ang MGS na mag-hold doon kasi feeling ko they were focused so much at trying to anchor down to spawn dito sa likod ng hardpoint na to. The fact na they just left the hardpoint a little bit too open, and that actually allows the Claw to have a very solid hold dito coming in from OLFU.
And you can see OLFU able to actually get a hold of this. Uy, nasunog na nga ni Error. And together with G, kaso nga nandun si Yuri with that Purifier as well on their side. Labanan ng apoy, mga kaibigan, ang nangyayari dito, Beef.
Ihawan na.
Oo.
Naamoy ko na ang K-barbecue na nagaganap dito sa sa kitchen natin. And so, not only that, yung amoy, kailangan pumunta dito sa garage as well, dito sa may Lamborghini ni Kuku TV.
Yan yung kotse ni Kuku TV, kaso nga lang, yung laruan lang yan, Beef Mami. Wala talaga ang kotse, kaso nga lang. Looking at the situation right now, OLFU able to actually get in position here. Kramer's using that Gravity Vortex gun. That's a really important kill there, Beef.
Yeah, important kill, but Gasti actually gets 2 essential kills as well. And si Z-Man, buhay na buhay pa rin. And medyo nahihirapan na ngayon ng MGS, down with the numbers just a tiny bit. And player number 4 from OLFU, that's gonna be Gee, trying to stop the push, but still happens. Ito yung nakita natin kanina na very contested talaga ang hill na to. And even though dapat ito yung pinakamadali i-defend, mukhang hirap na hirap in both of these teams to go in there for the last-ditch effort. But player number 1, si Z-Man, deals a lot of damage, gets rid of 2 players coming in from MGS Aries.
And hindi gumagalaw yung puntos dito for either side. They're just contesting one by one here. Now, looks like yung MGS mawawala na dito sa garage area with 20 seconds left. I think they have to actually let go of this Beef and just rotate all the way to the next hard point.
Oo nga eh. Usually, nakita mo early rotations talaga. And even though a while ago yung OLFU, they were able to successfully rotate early, but hindi nila na-sustain all of the points there. Same case coming in from that one player, and it's always just Z-Man and Chirac. I feel like yung yung Predator missile ni Z-Man dito sa may garage was the biggest difference na na-stop yung push and the contest dito sa may garage. And now we get to see it. They're actually losing their gunfights all the way to the basketball court, where we get to see 2 players coming in from MGS already positioned for the defense.
At kanina nakuha na ng OLFU yung lead, but now looks like they're having a hard time getting or defending this lead. 189 to 188. Mukhang sila na nga ang makakuha dito ng hardpoint, Beef. And there you go, Chirac able to actually get the kill there together with Krammers. And yung gunfights na napapanalo na bigla-bigla ng OLFU.
Ito na, nahirapan na because the spawns are actually going to be flipped, and player number 3 has an essential job to go and get rid of the claw. Pero nga, there's always just backup pulling through, and 206 and 188. Medyo lumalayo na yung gap when it comes to the points dito in favor of OLFU. Na si
Waffle again!
Nananapak na naman!
Oy, dalawa yun!
Na.
Dalawa ang na-knockout ni Waffle, ladies and gentlemen. The confidence of this player, nilabas na nga niya ang kanyang kamao, but there you go. Another Predator missile there. Walang matatamaan. Waffle and Yuri just taking out every single player na makita niya in his way. Again, yung lead na still nasa side pa rin ng OLFU, no? Again, ang goal dito is tumapak, hindi manuntok.
Oo, pero I mean, they had such a solid hold here, but then with the cluster strike, that is a big play coming in from OLFU, stopping all of the pushes for MGS Aries. Pero one still stands. That's gonna be serious. Nandito sa may gilid, sa may Gedli ng P5. Getting rid of every single one of the players kasi hindi nila in-expect na may mabubuhay pa dito na membro ng MGS Aries, and that's probably one of the biggest plays I've seen here today. Not only that, meron siyang claw.
And there you go, nagamit na nga yung claw, ladies and gentlemen. Sirius will try to use this claw as well. Fortunately, Chirac goes in, and there you go. Makukuha na nila with 19 seconds left. Much unneeded points here gonna be taken by OLFU. But again, the challenge is there for Waffle. Sinuntok na, dalawa ang natumba. RNG goes down with that prize fighter coming from Waffle.
And now we see the spawn. It's gonna be right behind it. Si Waffle na naman. Bining out ang kaniyang kamao. And now Yuri as well. Mukhang gusto talaga naman manapak. Gigil na gigil ang mga kuya nyo. And now getting one kill. Yuri spots one more in top laundry. But he does go down as G comes in from pillars. And it's really just a matter of who's going to get that top laundry control. And it looks like it's going to be OLFU yet again.
It's going to be OLFU yet again. 237 to 216. We're now down on the TikTok timers here. Konti na lang. 9 points na lang kailangan ng OLFU. Man, mukhang medyo malabo na to. Ang layo ng mga players dun sa sa hard point, Beef.
Oo, mahirap na to. And now we finally get to see it. Ang ganda ng laban. I mean, from both of these teams, I must commend talaga na MGS Aries tried their hardest, but especially with OLFU always going in for the early rotations, they just had a little bit more of an upper hand, diba?
And Waffle getting those highlight plays there with those prize fighter kills. Unfortunately, hindi yun makapanalo ng team mo in hard point. I mean, important na makill mo rin talaga yung mga players na nasa harapan mo. But then again, mas maganda yung pinakita ng OLFU when it comes to objective-wise. They're able to actually get those hard points, much needed win for the Owls.
Actually, I get why he's using prize fighters. Kasi for me now, when I play rank, I use Holger as well. I actually use an LMG. And if you want to win those close range engagements, kailangan mo talaga manapak eh. Oo, kasi ang bagal ng ADS talaga ng Holger, ng Chopper, and if you're gonna be using that, matatalo ka talaga time and time again up against a shotgun, an SMG, and the fastest way that you could actually go beat that person is to just uppercut.
Siyempre yung mobility mo kasi when you use an LMG, siyempre mabagal talaga.
Yes.
Kapag ka nag-prize fighters ka naman, mabilis, no? So again, it's much better for you to actually use that prize fighter when it comes to close quarter combat. And talaga naman, kitang-kita naman natin na on point yung ginagawa ni Waffle. If you remember him from the last matchup with the Malayan Warlocks, siya rin yung naka-clutch dun sa Search and Destroy. And will he actually do that again since we're now moving on to Search and Destroy? And bago tayo mag-move on to Search and Destroy, AcadArena has scholarships, by the way, guys, available for all kind of gamers, be it PC or mobile, through ASA for gamers. This cycle, they made it even easier for you to apply with the GGEZ No SA Scholarship, which is a 100k peso grant. Go now to this website, guys, sa ilalim namin, which is app.acadarena.com to apply. Link is also in the comments down below here in this live stream. So again, kung may kakilala kayo na mahilig maglaro ng mga games like Call of Duty Mobile, you just have to share this live stream right now para at least marinig nila yung pwedeng may offer ni AcadArena.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it known to your parents na gaming is actually being taken seriously. And I wish, we keep saying this kasi medyo dinosaur na kami ni Kuku when it comes to our college life.
Ay, dinosaur na ba talaga?
Alam mo, narinig ko yun eh. Kasi alam mo yung mga secret files, yung mga DLS-CSB secret files, ganun. And nakita ko yun sa mga posto, parang 113 daw, medyo dinosaur na daw, medyo nasad ako.
Lalo na yung 109.
Oh, 109. Sino kaya yung 109? Di ko alam.
Walaan nyo na lang, guys, kasi sino yung 109 sa amin.
But yun na nga, I mean, when it comes to that, I wish we had this kind of opportunity while we were in school. And now you actually have, if you are still senior high, if you are still in college, you can definitely apply for that 100,000 peso grant down in the description below. Just try it out. But yes, like for me, this SND matchup, ito na ang upcoming natin, Summit SND, where I thought na MGS Aries could actually have a little bit more of an advantage in Search and Destroy, pero mukhang the map might actually stop that, knowing very well how aggressive the players of OLFU can be.
Right. When you talk about Search and Destroy now, between these two teams, I think Aries has a little bit of that slight advantage. Nakita naman natin yung struggles na nangyari sa OLFU Esports Owl kanina, no. Medyo nahirapan sila with that one player on Romançon Gaming, which was Aurora.
Yes.
So they might have a problem as well here. We're in yung MGS Aries kasi they have Waffle, they have Band, they have Sirius, so it's not just like one woman show nung nangyari kanina sa Search and Destroy between them and Romançon Gaming. So again, the advantage, in my opinion, would be for the side of MGS Aries. So for OLFU Esports out, they need to, be better. No, we saw them. They tried to actually make it quick, which actually worked for them with Romançon Gaming. Will they do that again?
Yun yung question, diba? Because for sure, they'll try to go aggressive in some of the rounds and try to see kung ano ba yung kalaban namin, ano gagawin ng kalaban namin. And if they do the same thing here, I don't think it's gonna do so well. Because you can see in our hardpoint na they could actually fight fire with fire MGS Aries. And at some point, sobrang ang lapit na nung puntos nila. But again, unfortunately for MGS, not this time. They lost that hardpoint because of the lack of early rotations that they did here in Raid Hardpoint. But this is where they can actually, make that comeback nga, diba? So sa Search and Destroy, feeling ko talaga if yung OLFU magiging aggressive, kayang-kaya talaga lamanan ng MGS yun eh.
Totoo yan. Again, their aggressiveness level, kung all-time high yan, going in to the first round pa lang against MGS Aries, I think they will be able to actually get this win smoothly. But if magpapa-mind games sila sa MGS Aries, definitely they will have a hard time playing against MGS Aries here on Search and Destroy.
So again, we're playing this in Summit na akala ko na feeling ko mas may advantage ang Aries because they did do a great job in Raid, but again, it's a very big map. But for Summit, we're boiling things down just a tiny bit. Pinapaliit natin yung mapa. And so that actually gives a little bit more an advantage to OLFU, just a tiny bit kasi aggressive sila. But again, we keep saying na Aries, yes, they can possibly go in fight fire with fire, but with Summit as a map, you can actually still have sights down if you are going to be a sniper. Either doon ka sa may cable car, diba? If you're going to be on the attacking end, you can be in that cable car. You can see people who are actually going to be in control room. Madami mga sniper sightlines yan eh. But again, it's still going to be, feeling ko may mga prize fighter ulit yan.
And Waffle, yung player na notorious talaga sa prize fighters. But then again, yung sinabi mo nga, yung mga areas sa Summit, a lot of these players might be using those snipers, no? And this is going to be really helpful, especially in this map of Summit. We will see kung paano nga ba yung magiging strategy nila. Will it be a fast gameplay for the side of OLFU Esports Owl, or will it be a slow phase ang gagawin nila because of what MGS Aries will do to the Owls? But we're actually getting set na for this game. You can see right now yung matchup, head-to-head matchup natin. It's gonna be Conan and Error. For the side naman ng OLFU Esports Owl, yung Discord nila, hindi sila kompleto. It's a 3v5
in
Discord.
In Discord. Medyo missing in action ang dalawa pang players dito for OLFU Esports. And so we're finally starting things down here in Search and Destroy Summit. Ito na nga, malapit na. Ito si Gasti actually having that sniper. Medyo surprising, but hopefully he does get a lot of these kills kasi medyo siya yung kulelat kanina sa S&D matchup dun sa up against Warlocks, but hopefully get to pull things through. Ban gets that opening pick. Sirius gets that as well. And ito na nga, medyo nag-show up na ang pagkukulang ng S&D plays in the first half of OLFU, but obviously if you give an advantage to them, they can definitely clutch up rounds.
And it's the other way around. Kanina sinasabi ko, kung gagawin ba nilang slow phase, mukhang pinibilisan ng MGS Aries yung kanilang gameplay dito. And right now, we're down to 2 or 1 rather, which is going to be Chirac. Chirac able to actually take out Yuri there. Now it's a 1v3. There's going to be one player na nasa likod lang niya. This is player number 1. This is Sirius. But di niya binabaril. It's actually going to be him trying to go for that prize fighters. Pero again, alam naman natin kasi, it's a 3v1, medyo mahirap din yan. Siguro sabi ni Sirius, I'll try to go for that prize fighter kill. Eventually naman, may dalawa pa naman matitira.
Pero mahirap yun ha, kasi kung what if he hits his shots, so you could have had the advantage, no? Parang, that's a little bit...
Very risky play.
Very risky play talaga, but obviously MGS Aries gets that one round. Chirac answers back and gets that first opening pick. Error gets that second, and Kramers gets the third, and it's gonna be as easy as we had in first round for MGS. It's slowly but surely a 1v4 situation with Sirius being the last one in.
And this is basically the advantage of OLFU. Yung aggressiveness nila na ginawa din nila actually in the latter parts of their matchup against Romançon Gaming. Buti na lang na-realize din nila yung dapat nilang gawin just in round number 2. naging aggressive na sila
Oo.
against MGS Aries and they actually got the win.
Bali, parang nanonood sila, no? Nung game
Oo.
nila kanina kasi alam nila sobrang aggressive talaga ng OLFU. But obviously, it didn't work out too well in that second round. And now it's going to be a little bit more careful dito sa my A site where they're going to be in A long. But Cable Car is already going to be occupied by Chirac with 4 to his name. Spots 1, almost gets that second. Pero buti na lang si Kramers nandun there for the pickup.
Yeah, Kramer's really, really important kill there. Z-Man actually takes one down. It's now Waffle and Yuri na lang for MGS. Yuri right now, hindi niya nakita si Kramers. Kramers will be spotted there, but Kramers will be able to actually get that kill. And now it's down to Waffle. Magpa-prize fighter mo ang hindi. CBR ang hawak niya. Will be able to actually take out Z-Man. Now 3v1. At hinahanap na lang shot. Alam na alam kung nasan si Waffle. Nakaganti na rin ang Owl. Sinuntok sa mukha, mga kaibigan, itong si Waffle.
Ang lakas talaga kasi ng prize fighter eh. As in, sobrang... I abuse it when I play rank. Kasi like ko siyang ginagamit and every time you get a kill with a prize fighter, that's just... You feel so good. It's like, hey... It's like applying salt to the wound, and now very aggressively the defense is going to be heavy dito for for OLFU rather, going in there very aggressively as Ban doesn't really win that gunfight and she goes down. Easy 1v2 situation here as seriously sinapak ni Error. I swear, when you pick Summit and you're going up against OLFU, alam mo na sobrang magiging aggressive talaga sila because it gives them an opportunity to just win those close range engagements, and we've been seeing it here so far, and that's why it's a 3-1.
Sabi ng OLFU kanina, kayo nakakasuntok kayo sa sa hard point Ngayon babawi kami dito. We will try to punch you in the face, and Waffle almost actually sees G, and he will actually go down courtesy of Error. Z-Man will take down Sears as well. Ito yung aggressiveness na hinahanap natin from the Owls, no? They really need to do this in order for them to actually get a much needed win here in Search and Destroy. And there you go, 4-1 na ang score. They want to make it quick here, Beef Mommy. Time check muna tayo.
Time check, Time check natin.
8:22. Oh, yan, 22.
Okay, so... Speedrunning talaga to,
speedrun lang tayong araw na to.
Even sila speedrun nila yung mga rounds sila dito sa SND, and sobrang aggressive talaga nila, and they pushed as far back as going around A-Long and going into the backside of the spawn, and now MGS, that's going to be, they're gonna be stuck here dito sa my site because they're basically surrounded right now. You can see two players actually from OLFU, that's going to be players 3 and 4 already going in for the flank, but good thing, flank watch coming in from the side of Sirius, knowing very well pareho yung play na gagawin ng OLFU.
Now it's a 3v3. Player 5 right now for the side of Owls. This is going to be Error just looking for that player na nasa loob. Actually, this is player number 1 and 4. Si Waffle's nasa taas, second floor. And Waffle actually takes down Chirac with that sniper. Bans able to actually go for that kill there. Error. Hindi niya natutok ng maayos doon. So it's not going to be only one. It's going to be Kramers with that CBR and Waffle sliding out, able to take him down with that sniper. 4-2 na ang score. Maganda yung panalo nila doon, no? Kasi kung natalo ulit sila nun, it's going to be 5-1. Medyo magiging malayo na yung score na kailangan gawin or points na kailangan gawin ng MGS.
Ganda ng quick scope pero walang kumuha ng bomba. Hello guys? MGS? I mean, OLFU rather? Wala kuha ng bomba? Okay, sige, mukhang ayaw nila kunin ang bomba.
Iko-commit nila to?
Oh no, iko-commit nito to. It's gonna be so aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, yun na nga, they pay the price just a tiny bit, a 2v3 situation, but still very doable if Chirac gets this pick off. Wala pa rin kuha ng bomba. It makes me think if they're actually taking this S&D seriously. They just want to go in there. Gusto talaga nila ipakita na, okay, hindi namin kailangan plant yung bomb para manalo dito sa S&D round na to. Right? We're the bomb.
We're the Who needs the bomb? We're the bomb. Player 5 right now. Error. Nakita na siya dito ni Sirius. Sirius actually will take some damage there. Hindi nga lang mamamatay. At nakuha na nga ni Chirac yung bomba. Sabi nila, wala na yung the bomb namatay na siguro. Wala lang natin kung sino yun. Error right now. Just right over here. Just waiting for his teammate to actually close by na lumapit para maplanta ng bomba. It's now a 2v2 though here, Beef. Still a win here na pwedeng gawin ng OLFU.
Error is gonna be in a really good spot. Spots ban. Tingnan natin kung sino mananalo doon. Gets 1, gets 2, and there you go. Error gets those. Oh my God. Okay.
Who needs the bomb?
Who needs the bomb? They're the bomb
They're
na
the
ika
bomb.
nga. Sumabog sila dun sa round number 6 natin. Round number 7 rather. Grabe, ang bilis talaga ng pangyayari, and even though that MGS has the advantage, medyo napalayo sila. I feel like they should have probably just stayed put and not play for picks because they did have the numbers advantage. And so now, it's gonna be bombed down ulit. they really don't need it. Ayun na. Ayun na nga.
Oh, wag na.
3v3 situation, very doable for any of these teams to actually go and make a comeback. But obviously, yung Owl, sila yung mananalo.
Yeah, and there you go. One more player left. Si Yuri na lang ang natitira. Si BR4 ang meron siya. Doable to if ever man makill niya si Chirac. Si Chirac, oh my goodness, tries to go for that prize fighter kill again. Kaso nga lang, Z-Man is there to save the day. Now it's gonna be a match point for Search and Destroy. 6-2 na ang score. Again, kailangan na nilang ipanalo to. Again, kailangan yung goal talaga nila is makalaban nila itong Sage after this. And right now, we're now on round number 9. Let's see what's gonna happen here.
And a match point advantage for OLFU, and now they do go down very little by little, and now 3v1, no 3v2, 2v2 situation. Z-Man and Kramers are actually so cracked, and now for MGS, they need to be so serious about this. And speaking of serious, gets one. Z-Man spots Gas, and then not gonna be able to get that kill off of Gas, but Gasty goes in for the prize fighters, and they're still alive. Signs of life coming in from MGS Aries.
At napakamot ng ulo mga kaibigan, nakita ko yun yung OLFU. Kamuntikan na kasi. Actually, very risky yung ginawa ni Gasty dun ha.
Oo nga eh.
Kasi pwede na lang yung barilin yun eh. But then again, yung flare ng mga players natin, they're just showing here in the stage. 6-3 na ang score. Kailangan hindi matalo yung MGS para buhay na buhay pa rin sila dito. And serious! Huli kabalbon, kinaltokan mga kaibigan si G. At nilabas na nga ang barrel. They were able to actually take out Kramers. And now, trade naman ni Z-Man with that KRM. Z-Man goes down courtesy of Waffle with that sniper. Now it's going to be a 2v4 situation. Gasty, nice kill there, and Chirac goes down as well. MGS Aries getting back sa larong to. 6-4 now score, Beef.
MGS is playing the pace of OLFU ngayon. Alam nila kung ano yung galawan ng OLFU, knowing very well it's so hard to close out that S&D matchup. Isa na lang ang kailangan ng OLFU para maging 2-0 itong series na to. And now it looks like they're going in for a slower approach where a push going in through Alpha is going to be really big, but Kramers gets one big kill but does get traded out. Bomb is going to go down. A very precarious situation to have the bomb down. Not just that, alam ng MGS Aries kung nasaan ang bomba.
Nasaan nga ba ang bomba? Nandito sa summit, malamang. Pero let's see. MGS still can do it. Ooh, there you go. Error actually takes down Yuri. Kaso si G ay mamamatay. So it's gonna be up to Error. And Error, alam na kung saan siya lagi pumapwesto. Nice play coming from MGS Aries. 6-5 na ang score. And Beef, again, walang overtime dito. Walang overtime dito. So they must win every single round so that they can actually win this one for the side of MGS Aries. So right now, we're on round number 12. Nakuha na nga yung bomba dito. Kailangan na nila eh. Hindi na sila yung the bomb eh.
Oo nga, hindi na sila yung the bomb. Napansin mo, pinipick up na nila yung bomb into this kasi obviously they need to take this seriously. Serious gets that really one big opening pick to really just give their teammates enough time to go in there. Gasty gets one more. Ito na nga, Kramers spots one. Gasty in really big trouble, but he does get a trade, and it's still going to be in favor of MGS. A 4v1 situation as Kramers is going to be the only one left. But it's a good thing na nasa kanya yung bomba. But again, we can see here, it's going to be MGS Aries. They're like sharks smelling one drop of blood in the water.
And all they need to do now is just defend either sides. Maybe a 2-2 split here. Waffle actually gets hit there by the switchblade. And mapapabakpre na itong si Kramers kasi syempre they will actually go for the push. Uy, there you go. Nagkakitaan sila. Yuri will win the fight. MGS now tie things up here. 6-6 ang ating score. Sino kaya mananalo dito? I'm not gonna pick any team right now. But again, Team OLFU, hindi na sila yung hahawak ng bomba. So they might be the bomb again.
Oh, I don't want to say it. They did throw 2 rounds a while ago, and hopefully we do get to see another effort coming in from OLFU to try and take this round seriously. And obviously they probably will now because it's a 6-6. Whoever wins this will take that S&D matchup. Error gonna be very careful. The first time we've actually seen OLFU be very careful, knowing very well na we probably shouldn't have let this go this far. Kramers gets a really big opening pick. Gasti goes down. And now for Ban. Big pick, but then,
no.
Gee is gonna open things up for them, and now the bomb is gonna go down. A 2v5 situation with Waffle. And only Yuri being the only hope for their team to win this S&D match.
And Yuri goes down. Si Waffle na lang natitira. And Waffle with that sniper. And inahabol na siya. Error. Sinuntok. 1-2 punch. Able to actually get the win in Search and Destroy. 2-0 na ang series natin between OLFU Esports OWL and MGS Aries. And you can see them celebrating sa ating ilalim. Yung ating mga OWL OLFU. There you go. And man, ano nangyari sa sa OLFU, no? Bigla na lang silang nanghina nung nag-6 na sila. Siguro naging kampante, no?
Oo, syempre kasi confident na sila na okay, one more round na lang tayo, di ba?
Hindi nila kinukuha yung bomba. Yun yung sign ng pagiging kampante.
Oh, I mean, yun nga, that's why I said na they're not taking it seriously at the times that they weren't picking up the bomb. But then, they did win those rounds nung hindi nila pick up yung bomba. But you can already see that MGS Aries, like, they picked it up very, very fast. But again, OLFU still won that S&D. But too close for comfort talaga siya.
Oh, too close for comfort. Almost, no? Makuha nga ng Aries yung win na yun. Isipin mo na lang, no, kung nanalo sila, it's gonna be 1-1. So it's not gonna be a donut that will be served for us. But we're getting closer to the third donut of the day. And when you talk about control, again, it's going to be a much different story compared to Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. But speaking of stories, guys, follow us on TikTok for more awesome student gamer content. Visit this website right now, esports.acadarena.com, for news, players, stories, and more about the Alliance games. And also use the hashtags, guys, if you want to post about your gameplay or highlights. Hashtag AllG and hashtag NotJustPlay. And make sure to tag at AcadArena for all of the posts on social media.
Yeah, for the clout yan, guys.
No.
So, if you wanna pop off on TikTok or...
Yung mga suntukan na ginagawa nila,
exactly,
di ba?
mga suntukan na ngayon. I-shoutcast nyo tong na to. Tingnan, mute nyo, tapos i-shoutcast yung sarili nyo dito. That's actually gonna be really big.
Reaction video.
Oh, reaction video,
yeah.
exactly. So, yun, we already have 2 games down where we have a 2-0, a possibility for a donut or a possibility for the MGS Aries to actually take this to a reverse sweep. But we're taking this into take-off control. Na nakita natin, OLFU Esports did an absolutely fantastic job at beating Romançon Gaming here.
Totoo yan. And actually, for the side of MGS Aries, what they need to do right now is to relax muna. You have to go do breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale. Ganun muna. Kailangan natin ng talagang so much focus, no, dito sa control in order for them to not be eliminated in the Alliance game split number 2. If OWL Esports or OLFU Esports OWL will be able to actually get this win again, ang kakalabanin nila is yung USA Sage.
Isa pang mahirap na kalaban yun, but obviously they need to beat the opponents that they actually have for now. They're so close. OLFU Esports is so close to meeting up with Sage, but with Aries, medyo mahaba pa kanilang biyahe dito for our matchup number 3. So again, MGS Aries and OLFU Esports OWL. If kakarating nyo lang dito sa stream, we are up 2-0 in favor of OLFU Esports OWL, where Hardpoint was actually a little bit hard for both of these teams, and S&D as well. They took it to the very last where it was a 6-6, and now let's see kung MGS kaya nila kalabanin ng OLFU, because they did a really great job dito kanina sa matchup number 2.
And we are in takeoff here. First blood there, courtesy of Sirius. And you can see right now na on the side of the defense is MGS. On the side of the attacking side is yung OLFU Esports OWL. Z-Man takes down Gasti. And you can see right now Z-Man with the CBR, Yuri also with that CBR. Sirius takes down Kramers. And Alpha is actually being taken by the side of the OLFU squad.
MGS going to be on that defense, and so far so good for them, and they're having a little bit of a hard time kasi medyo may advantage na ang OLFU when it comes to the life count. But it's still not that too big of a deal, but they shouldn't let this snowball at all. As you can see, medyo spawn trap na nga ang OLFU ngayon ng MGS, and even though OLFU is going to be on the attack, they're doing such an amazing job at not only getting the objective down, but also going in for the spawn traps as well. Ito yung nakita natin kanina sa play nila. They're so good at takeoff control na medyo mahirapan talaga ang MGS Aries to get a lot of these points, and now 13 and 19, still not bad for the life count of OLFU versus MGS Aries.
So with 42 seconds left as well, marami pang oras to for the side of OLFU. They can go for Alpha para ma-reset yung timer. But right now, you can see na na-stop na nga sila dito. No, it's actually going to be player 2 for the side of OLFU. It's going to be Chirac, who will actually get Alpha. And now the focus is going to be on Bravo. Player 1 and player 5 for the side of MGS already on defense.
Again, I feel like if it was any other map, I feel like MGS probably would have had an easier time, but it just had to be takeoff, and OLFU is just so smart to go and pick that. And so, one more life. Waffle is the only one left, but Z-Man takes this to a round win for OLFU with 1 to their name, being the aggressors of that round, being so aggressive. And now we're probably going to be seeing the same thing para dito sa OLFU. For sure, magpupush yan into sa may launch center kasi yun yung ginawa nila kanina eh.
Totoo yan, and you can see right now, OLFU will be on the defensive side. Player 1 together with player 2 and another player coming in onto this side. And there you go, Band will actually go down. Z-Man will go down as well. Gasti naman. CBR, lilikuran si Error. Nice play there coming from him. And now, ang game plan ngayon ng MGS Aries is actually gonna go first at Bravo.
And now for Yuri, doesn't win the essential gunfight, but nandun yung one player that's going to be serious. But yun nga, hindi sila naka-progress as much kasi mahirap talaga kunin ang Bravo flag. And OLFU, it wasn't actually successful with their push and trying to go in for the spawn trap dito sa may launch center. But again, it's just really a matter of TDM at this point kasi mahirapan talaga ang MGS to go in there for that push in Bravo.
And you can see here, 17-22 live count tie, ladies and gentlemen. As Error will be able to take down itong si Sirius. Kramers taking out his Gravity Vortex gun. Mapatay niya itong si Yuri. Uy, nice shot there with that Gravity Vortex, taking down another one. And now 20-9 now. 7 na lang bigla yung lives now down to 5. Oh my goodness. TDM na yung ginawa dito ng OLFU, ladies and gentlemen, and they're able to actually gonna be getting another score or getting another round here. In control. Sears really trying his best here. Pero 4 na lang sila. Beef, again, it's going to be a 3v5 situation now for MGS versus OLFU. Now down to 2. And Yuri takes down itong si G. Kaso nga lang, again, still with 5 members remaining of OLFU. Kaya pa ba yan? Mukhang hindi na. There you go. There's going to be one more player left. Yuri for the side and no more time left. Kramer's getting ready for that prize fighter as well. 0-2 now score. So sad. Di niya napatay, no?
Oo nga eh. So yun ang nagigil yun. I wanna get it, but then the time was not on his side. And there you go. One more win for this round for OLFU, and they will win the series and will meet Sage. Mukhang Donut City na nga dito tayo. Mukhang masarap na ang kain ng OLFU pagkatapos to, but obviously it's gonna be very hard as MGS Aries tries to go in there for the spot trap as well. Ban with a claw, goes in there, takes out one, but then hindi niya makuha ang isa pang patay niya. But there you go. Yuri's gonna be there for the purifier, pero wala na, sayang lang yung purifier niya, hindi siya nakaihaw.
Actually, hindi nga. And again, yung op skills ng mga MGS, hindi nila magamit ng maayos dito. They're able to actually get at least 1 kill out of those investments. But right now, you can see na tinatry talaga nilang gawin na rin TDM to with OLFU. 17, 16 to 24 na ang live count natin. But then again, feeling ko it's gonna be the time for OLFU for them to actually bounce back.
Oo nga eh. And for MGS, they did a splendid job to be very aggressive dito sa my launch center. Kasi nga, yun yung pinakamagandang play nila eh. Nakita na yun sa OLFU, gumana sa kanila, and I feel like they wanted to do the same as well as Alpha gets that first stick of progress down. 34 seconds left on the clock. It's all up to that one player. Player number 4, si Waffle, will try to stop that. Krimers, though, with that Predator missile, gets serious and still trying to get that progress off of Alpha and also Bravo. 1 by 1. It's actually really solid so far for MGS, 10 to 12, still even when it comes to the life count, but 23 seconds, wala pa rin umaapak dito sa any of the points.
21 seconds left, tumatapak na sila sa Alpha, getting that second phase for that alpha site. And right now, problema lang nila dito, no, yung live count down to 7 for MGS. Again, they can still do it, but just 10 more seconds left here for the side of OLFU.
Waffle. Gonna be very big if he actually gets this kill. 4 seconds left.
There we go.
4 apiece. 2 lives. 2 seconds. No.
Oh,
It's gonna be
no.
just 1 second. They're trying to go for alpha. What is gonna happen? Walang response
They will
whatsoever.
reset the
They're gonna
timer.
reset the timer, and A is gonna be lost. And Yuri goes in there for the kills. Finally gets that kill. 1v3 situation. It's gonna be all up to him to try and make the biggest difference. But then masasandwich siya. Mahirapan siya dito.
Oh,
As
there you
Kramers
go.
gets that prize fighter kill. A 3-0. A clean round here in takeoff control. And OLFU, they're gonna be meeting Sage in the next round.
Sage versus OLFU. Napakagandang laban yan, Beef. And you can see the guys here on Discord, yung side ng OLFU, they're showing the W, the dub.
The
And nice try, no, for MGS Aries in that final round in control. But unfortunately, yung search and destroy talaga, no, kung napanalo lang nila yun, again, they're gonna have another try in hardpoint. But again, we're done. Another donut served to us casters and to you viewers, guys. And time check tayo. Ang aga pa, Beef.
ano oras na ba?
Oo, napaaga tayo
8:41.
ngayong araw. Oo, sobrang aga pa. Nagmamadali yung mga natin, student players. Parang may mga assignment pa to.
Parang may
Monday
honestly,
bukas eh.
parang may curse ako eh.
Ganun ba?
Lagi ako nakakast puro 3-0.
Ayaw nga, no?
Legit. Lagi.
Kasi kami dati ni Bravo 6, puro 3-1.
Oo.
Oo nga.
Puro 3-0. Ay, I guess may caster
The
curse tong
Beef
si
Mommy
Beef
curse.
Mommy. Pero ayun, I mean, what a valiant effort coming from MGS Aries. Sinabi nga natin yung S&D dapat yung papalanunan nila. They did have an advantage, but I think the choice of Summit to be the map was the biggest demise, the biggest, I think, block when it comes to winning that S&D round. Feeling ko if it was a raid, if it was a standoff, if they switched it up, if yung Game 5 map was
yung
actually
Game 5,
Game 2, for sure, baka Game number 4 na tayo ngayon. But obviously, OLFU wins these, and Summit, they bag it. They also won that of, I think it was raid hardpoint as well. And now for control takeoff, 3-0 without a doubt. Alam na natin na they're probably gonna win that takeoff control kasi nakita natin yun up against Romançon. They did so terrific when it comes to winning that control game.
Right. And since now that we're done with series number 3, no, again, we're down to the wire now with our live stream. Baka wala ka ng data. Again, have the best time with Globe Prepaids Go Plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigs of data. That's 8 gig for all of your favorite gaming apps, 8 gigs for all sites, and unlead all text or all net text for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app right now to register.
Yeah, tara na. Go to shop.globe.com.ph to just view a lot more of the other data combos that you have. Alam ko yung mga favorite ko dati, mga Go Only,
Yung mga
combo 20, ganun. Sobrang favorite ko talaga yun, I swear. I used to do it, especially as
Uso
a
pa ba ang
college
mga
student.
uso pa ba yung mga text, mate?
Ay, di ko alam. Usually mga
Kasi
Go
nung panahon
Only.
natin, oo eh.
Mga textmates. Then, di na masyado nag-ano. iMessage, ganun.
Oo,
Pag,
puro
pag
ano
iOS
yun, mga
ka.
messenger na ngayon.
Kaya nga, kailangan marami kang diba, data.
Iba, TG, mga ganyan.
Oo, syempre. I can't wait to see
Iba
what
na yun.
happens. Iba na yun. Ibang usapan na yun. But again, pag nakita na yung bracketing natin, obviously we got to say goodbye to 3 teams today and 1 advances. That is going to be OLFU Esports. Gonna see Sage. Isang malupit na labanan yun, but it's gonna be for another day. That's it for us today. But again, ang dami talagang pwedeng pag-usapan as we wait for the bracketing. And for you, what was your highlight of the day, Kuku?
Highlight of the day was actually Waffle. Waffle, yung clutch niya in that search and destroy, and yung ginawa niyang pagsusuntok, no, after nun with team MGS. But here's the updated brackets, guys, down below. So now that we're done with MGS versus Owl, it's gonna be Sage versus Owl coming in for the next coming in next time, and whoever wins this one, Sage versus Owl, will actually battle with DLS-U up in the upper brackets. This is Verdus Arcus. Ito yung team natin.
Oo nga eh.
Wala ka bias.
Actually, you know what? Nakita ko ngayon yung Sage, if naging, if I don't know what's gonna happen because we haven't seen it yet. If they go up to the grand finals, alam mo, alma mater ko pareho na yan. USA, yung University
Ay,
of San
talaga?
Agustin. Kasi San Agustin ako dati, pero for high school, ganun. Tapos
Ah.
DLS, hindi ko alam. Maka-confuse ako kung sino ba yung ko. Who am I
Yung
gonna,
choose,
support?
oo.
So, medyo, pero hindi naman ako makakast noon, thankfully,
Oo,
di ba?
buti hindi tayo pinag-cast no, sa,
Oo nga eh.
sa finals.
Alam nila, kasi
alam nila mga Tagalasal kasi itong mga
bawal
tayong
din siya.
dalawa rather. And right now that we're done with the bracket system, again, it's up to you kung sino nga bang susuportahan nyo or sino yung mga predictions nyo for the next matches. Again, Sage, we have Owl, and then lastly we have the De La Salle University. And right now, Beef, any final words before we actually go?
Yeah, I thank you so much for having. This is going to be my last cast.
Me too.
Last pala natin.
Oo.
But yeah.
Kasi si Beef, alam ko, lilipad ka eh.
Lumilipad ako, guys.
Oo.
Yeah, kasi may isang malapit na event na mangyayari next week. Kaya subaybayan na lang ang mga page namin. By the way, Kuku TV, don't forget to follow this guy on Facebook because he posts some amazing content. But speaking of amazing content, don't forget to follow AcadArena also on TikTok and all the socials to see everything that went down for today. But that is it for us, Beef Mommy and Kuku TV. It was great to see you guys. It's our last cast, but obviously we still have more action next time. Everywhere you are in the world, good morning, good night, and we'll see you in the next competition. Bye!
Are you ready to get good? Enter Globe Gamer Grounds.